Are you on yet? I want to tell you something.
I'm on right now. It's very frustrating. It's going through Texas.
Huh?
It's going through Texas right now. I have no idea why it would be going through Texas, but that's what it's doing. We're going through Texas instead of LA.
Why?
I don't know. Guys, we are back. Sorry for the technical issues.
Hopefully it works.
Hopefully this works. Hopefully there's no delay anymore.
It's a 3-minute delay though. And
well, there's a 3-minute delay, but hopefully there's not like any sort of audio delay at this point. We got Butters at the table. Good to see you, Butters. Always a pleasure. We got RJM4U at the table. He's always, he's always fun to play with. A friend to the stream for sure. And let's.
Oh, cool.
We are back. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating when things just don't work.
Yeah, I really wish that I could be on the stream.
I wish you could too,
Now it's like
Michelle.
A little tease.
Yeah.
It's like you gave me a piece of fame. Now I want more.
Yeah, we'll work on it. A work in progress. Okay, so we got a raise. We got the re-raise by RJ. We got Scorpio coming in with just a flat call. It's tempting. It's actually tempting to play that. I don't think that. I think that would be going like, yeah. Look at this. We'd be getting 6-way action, unless Skelly Factor re-raises. It's pretty tempting. Pretty tempting. I guess we wouldn't have been able to see it. Good luck, RJ.
Man,
Good luck, RJ.
Did you see what Poker Pocket 555 said at the Bellagio? Somebody called the clock on him
Is that right?
during the cash game.
20 seconds later, huh?
Yeah.
You can't call the clock 20 seconds later.
When can you call the clock usually?
Let's say a minute and a half, 2 minutes. That's about right.
Well, this is shake that's good.
Garbage all the time. Thanks for your patience, you guys. Thanks for your patience. I'm sorry that it's been a little bit of a technical meltdown today. I'm hoping that this works.
I'm gonna break it again.
It probably is your fault. It probably is your fault.
I'm gonna break it.
It's got to be because we try to plug in too many video and audio sources.
I don't think, you know what, we probably need a new card on there, right?
Yeah, probably if we're trying to get like 3 or 4 different
so we can't, like,
video and audio
let's
sources.
say that you wanted to Skype Rob. Are you gonna be able to do that? B-Rob?
I should be able to because it's going to be different. It's going to be
just audio?
It's not going to be trying to plug in, like it's going to be part of the screen itself, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to have to test it with Rob too. It's kind of interesting, Poker Pete. I feel like there is a bit of a trend right now for, it's like calling the clock used to be just rude. Now it's kind of cool. Ever since that whole Negreanu, JC and Blue back and forth on Twitter.
Here we go. I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna listen. Okay, it's on.
Started the countdown. Wow.
Oh, good. It's working.
No delay?
A miracle.
Is that right? There's no delay?
Yeah. Yay.
Okay, great. Whew. That makes me feel great. Things are looking up.
I didn't break it.
Things are looking up. Everything is good now. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. Ah, how stressful. It just, yeah.
That was a 40-minute delay. So you know.
Yeah, 40 minutes. 40 minutes. It takes us 40 minutes to get this show on the road. This is what Twitch fish we are. Wow, Pete. So I wonder what he was thinking. Like, you think that he was just trying to call the clock on you just to piss you off and get a call from worse? I mean, is that... Like, what did he have? Did you tell us what the hand was, Pete? Because I'm kind of curious at this point what was going on there. And we're gonna play this hand here. Pocket queens is good enough to play.
I'm glad that you told me that. Yes, Dash, take this turn.
So Poker Pete is describing a situation for the guys who can't see the see the chat and see what's going on. Oh, flip a. What do we do here, you guys? I mean, we're in a rebuy, and an add-on.
Ask me.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking the guys in the stream. I mean, this is kind of a weird spot because we're sitting here in a rebuy and add-on tournament, a $10 rebuy and add-on tournament. I mean, I feel like a lot of the times he's just gonna turn over ace king, right? Sometimes does he ever have jacks here? I don't know. I really don't. I'm looking at this. He's shoving more than 100 big blinds in against us, so we'll just fold it. I mean, it's important to try to treat every tournament with respect, right? We gotta treat this just like we would a $200 tournament or a $2,000 tournament. When the guy is shoving 130, 140 big blinds, I start looking at pocket queens and they start looking like, you know, pocket sixes to me. I don't know. Vita Queen. Yep, we missed it. We missed the straight.
You did? Oh, the last one.
And we got a donk lead into us.
There's coffee. Do you want one cup?
I would love a cup. Yeah, I could really use a cup of coffee right now.
Coffee? June, bring us some coffee.
Okay, we'll go ahead and raise again with the Jack 10 suited. Wow. Matty Matt says, I've had the clock called against me, called on me in a hand against my brother during a home game. That is really funny. Yep, Tomahawk Chris. It is. Let me see if I got it is. I was watching his stream tonight. I thought that he did a pretty good job. Figured I'd spread a little love, spread the support. Thank you, Obama is OP. What's up, Little Bag? What's up, Dark Quester? Why was the stream down? The stream was down because we were having audio and technical difficulties.
We tried to do something new.
We tried to do something special. We tried to do something new, and we broke the stream. So, okay, so let's go to the Twitterverse. Let's take a look. If you guys have any anything you want me to shout out, shoot it up on Twitter. I'll shout it out on the stream. Sean Burson asking for a follow. You bet. Of course I would give you one. Let's go ahead and make a fold here. Jonathan Davis asks, are you twitching tonight? Yes. I'm trying to. I'm trying my best to, you guys. We've got, yeah, so in case you guys missed it, I have a really cool announcement for you guys. A really cool announcement. I'm going to announce it here on the stream, then I'm going to go to the Twitterverse and announce it. You guys have seen Rob Perlman in the chat a few times, V-Rob. So back in 2011, he took down an HPT over at Red Rock. And that HPT, we have permission from the Heartland Poker Tour to do our HPT viewing party, and we're going to do it with Rob. So we're going to be able to, I mean, I know this is a spoiler, right? But we're actually going to be able to watch that episode with the person who won the tournament, which is going to be really cool. I mean, it's something that I've been trying to put together for a while. You know, we've had 2 HPT viewing parties so far, right? And I feel like they've been pretty cool. But I think it's going to be great to actually start having HPT viewing parties with the players themselves. Get them in here, give us, have them, give us what their thought process was for certain hands, and kind of give us the backstory about what we're seeing and what they're doing. I'm really excited about that, and that's going to happen next week on Thursday. Next Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So mark your calendars. Cash in your sick days. It is going to be awesome. The very first HPT viewing party with an HPT champion right here on twitch.tv. I'm really excited. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
You folded aces or queens?
Yeah, I did fold queens.
Oh, I didn't see that hand.
Donkey Pro. And Donkey Pro saying, it was a rebuy, you fish. It's a rebuy, you fish. Well, it doesn't matter. Guy shoves 160, 170 big blinds into us. We're going to take a fold there. Not too sorry about that one. Wow, didn't even show, huh, Poker Pete? He just like leveled himself. So the guy who called the clock ended up like losing to top pair weak kicker.
And mucking.
Yeah. We're just gonna go make this call.
Do you want some straws in that coffee, dear?
No, I'm okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jay Karma, as far as like the read I had on the guy, flip AAAA, is just basically that I don't think that we were in a coin flip. At best, we're looking at ace king. At best, he doesn't have ace queen. He doesn't have ace jack. He has either ace king, aces, or kings, and I'm done with it. Done with it. If Donkey Pro, if we're ever in a $10 rebuy tournament, or any tournament, and I raised to 200, after an open limp at the 25-50 level, and you look down and you feel like you want to go ahead and shove like 100 and how many big blinds was it? So he shoved 8,000, right? You're gonna get me to lay down a lot of hands, including queens. So.
Oh yeah, we have to do the book list. How is it going?
Cause it's I was supposed to do it in Minnesota and I didn't. Thank you for reminding us. Thank you for. I'm sorry. Pretty much, yeah. I pretty much just got drunk all week instead. Just went on a huge bender in Twin Cities.
Ran around naked.
Yep. But thank you for reminding me, cause I've still been trying to do that. Maynard, we want more XMO. I know you guys. I know Maynard. I realize we can't get her on. We can't get her on. We tried. We tried to get her on. Yeah.
You created a monster.
I guess so. I guess so.
Anyway, so the HPT viewing is going to be with Rob. Would you know
going
what
all, we're going all Skolansky on him. Okay, we'll make the fold here next Thursday. I made the announcement. I made the announcement.
You did.
I did.
You shouldn't make jokes on behalf of the streamers.
I just got a really dirty look.
Look at that guy. Look what happened to that guy on the wheelchair.
Okay, now it's back. What are your thoughts? Goal 34i says, what are your thoughts on your opponent calling clock on you in a cash game in the middle of a hand? What kind of info do you think that gives to you? Just a curious question for a guy with your experience. It's really hard to say. I mean, it kind of goes two ways, right? You can say calling the clock on somebody. On the one hand, it's kind of confrontational, right? So in that way, it's kind of like trying to encourage them to call. I mean, anytime you are in like a conversation with a guy during a hand, and all of a sudden he just kind of acts like an asshole to you, that generally is, you know, if that's pretty far away from his normal baseline, if he's not just an asshole all the time, that kind of condescending, asshole-ish kind of aggressiveness generally signifies, and signals strength to me. Whereas apologetic behavior, overly polite behavior, and not, that generally symbolizes and signifies weakness. So, especially like when someone has just bluffed. Anytime someone just like fires out a big bet and then apologizes to you for something, that's a pretty big sign that they're weak.
Subscribed.
Oh, Bobby Big Buy-In. Thank you, buddy. Bobby Big Buy-In. We're gonna go ahead and hook you up with the DRM free copy of Poker Tilt. And Bobby Big Buy-In. That's what they used to call Bobby. That's what they used to call Bobby. It might be our Bobby. It might be our Bobby.
Is that our Bobby? Let us know.
Let us know. Identify yourself. Bobby Big Buy-In. Fist bump. Thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you very much for supporting the stream, man. I really appreciate it.
Probably is. Why do they call him Bobby Big Buy-In?
Oh, it's just something that Ryan Tapin used to call him. Bobby Big Buy-In.
Oh my gosh, that's
yeah.
so funny. That's cute.
It's I'm gonna have to see if that is. I'm gonna have to see who that is. Let me see if that's actually the Bobby I think it is. If so, he doesn't actually need a welcome. He's been in the crew for a long time.
I don't think you should have said that earlier. Especially comparing me to. I just fucking bird.
Okay, so we like it. We like it. We fire out same amount. We're going to keep on coming. Go with that half pot size bet. The 4 kind of hurts us because if he had like a 10-9 or a 10-jack, now we're splitting the pot and our queen doesn't play. So it's not really a good river card for us. We're gonna go ahead and check here. Hope to induce a bluff if he has something like a queen jack or an ace jack or a jack 9. Yeah, king 9. That's not good for us. Not a good turnout for us. And it just kind of lagged on us again. Okay, let's go ahead and make the fold here. Off to a rough start, you guys. That's right. I've been in the crew for about 11 years, but thanks. Oh, man. That is my little brother, everybody. Bobby Big Buy-In. Bobby Boy. Off to bigger and better things than poker these days.
You should make one mod.
I just did.
Oh, you did?
Yep. So now Bobby is working on some Oculus Rift development. If you guys have ever seen that that virtual reality headset that a kid named Lucky Palmer, right? Isn't the guy's name actually Lucky? Yeah, Lucky Palmer, or no, Palmer Lucky is the guy's name. Palmer Lucky. So Palmer Lucky invented the Oculus Rift, which is a VR headset. My little brother Bobby Big Buy-In right there in the chat. He is working on a company called Anarchist.com, where he's building hardware and software solutions for the Oculus Rift. It's pretty cool. Check it out, Anarchist.com. We'll fire out the link right there in chat. Hopefully, I want to get an Anarchist.com sponsorship this year for the World Series. I think that'd be pretty cool. So Goal 34 Ice, I think, coming back to your question about what does it mean when a player calls the clock, one thing I would suggest you do is Zachary Elwood just released a book this last year called Verbal Poker Tells. It's a follow-up to his first effort, Reading Poker Tells. And I think that, if I remember right, he has like a whole section on what calling the clock actually means, because sometimes it means weakness, but sometimes it also means strength. It can really go both ways. And a lot depends on like the exact situation and how it's called too. A lot of times when you're bluffing, you just want the hand to be over. So sometimes calling the clock means you're bluffing, but a lot of times calling the clock on someone means that you're trying to you're trying to kind of be confrontational to them. So it really kind of goes back and forth. It's pretty tough to. It's one of those tells that you can't generalize, but I would definitely pick up that Verbal Poker Tells book and read that chapter if you want to learn more, because it definitely means something. You got a guy who calls the clock on you. It definitely means something. So, Texas to Nevada, I don't really know what the issue was. I know that we were having some issues with trying to bring in multiple audio and video sources onto our video card. Wasn't really working well. And then once we cut those sources, then there was a huge lag. It was like a Japanese movie, Japanese samurai movie. So it's frustrating. But we're back, and everything's good now. Everything's great. We're going to keep it going. Yeah, it's true. My little brother just texted me. He was like, "Yeah, you were kind of off to a boring start, so I wanted to shake things up." It's about right. Oh man, just one of those off days. But I have a good feeling about this today. I feel like we're gonna go really deep in a couple of tournaments. Hopefully, bring the W tonight. Last night was kind of a disappointment, guys. It really was. If you checked out the highlight reels, it was. If you were here, we made 2 for 2 final tables, which is awesome. It's great. Going, batting 100% yesterday for making the final table, making the money. But then it was just really disappointing on the first final table. We ended up coming in 9th after shoving with 9-7 offsuit on the button and getting called with ace king. And that was after losing a huge coin flip to B. Shriver, who just always seems to hold over us in those coin flip situations. And then we make the other final table, have more chips than the rest of the field combined, try to really navigate to the end, and then we end up just doubling up, then doubling up, then doubling up this other guy. Each time we had the edge, finally we get it in there with kings, and He's got the old 8-7, and we just get knocked out third and have to just watch helplessly as these two guys spend the next 40 minutes just limping each other's on their button. It was just so rough, We got Twitter. Let's see, we've got @ChipWhore. What a great Twitter name. Saying, let me see what we got @ChipWhore saying. Oh. Oh no, Sean Burson. I don't know, man. I don't know. We just got don't take it personally, Chip Whore. Don't take it personally. We got a little bit of a direct message from someone saying, I've enjoyed your streams. I've watched them quite a few times, but then I noticed that I'm a bony fish on the site. I'm like, oh, sorry, man. Don't take it personally. If you're a bony fish on on WSOP, what it means is real simple. It means one of two things. Either one, you've been open limping, or number two, you've been over-shoving. Usually those are the only two things that are really going to get you a bony fish. Both of those I just think are such obvious mistakes that when I see a player make those kind of mistakes, I'm putting that bony fish on them. And I'm going to just assume that they're going to make other mistakes down, later on in the hand, because over-shoving is pretty bad. We saw flip ace. We're going to give him the bony fish for that big over-shove. You don't get value out of your big hands. You only get called when you're completely crushed. So certainly shoving 150 big blinds in pre-flop is a mistake, however you look at it. We'll go ahead and fold that. But then, especially when the antes hit, that's when open limping is a really big mistake. So, don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally. I love you. Is it a chip whore?
Chip whore.
I'm a camera whore.
Yeah.
You can be a chip whore. So Dutch, I have a question from Zach Attack.
Yep.
Dutch, hey Dutch, has your play changed over the years, or has it stayed pretty much the same?
I mean, the game itself is definitely evolving, Zach. I would say that my game is much different than it is when I first started. I feel like for one thing, bet sizing's changed quite a bit. When I first started, it was 3.5 times a big blind, staying pretty constant throughout the whole tournament, even 4 times a big blind. Now you see that the pre-flop raising amount has really kind of come down quite a bit, and we'll taper off that pre-flop raise amount as the tournament goes on. And I think it's just kind of an evolution of the game. It took a long time before I really started making it 2 point. It felt wrong to just even make it 2.5x. I felt like, how are people really going to fold their big blind to a 2.5x raise when the antes have hit? It turns out that yeah, they do. They look down. It doesn't matter if they've got Jack 2 offsuit. They're not coming along to the party. So that was a big change in my own game. Is gradually lowering my pre-flop raise amount, and as a result of that, I've been playing a lot more flops and a lot more post-flop play. I would say one thing that my game's changed quite a bit is it's become much more reactive. So I feel like I make a lot more hero calls these days than hero bluffs, and try to put try to take advantage of when other people are making over aggressive pushes and shoves. Like 2 times this summer, I called a guy, not the same guy, but 2 times this summer, including my bracelet event. I called multiple streets of action with like a queen high, just because I realized that the king came out, he didn't have a king, and an ace, he wasn't bluffing with a weaker ace. So those kind of so twice on the river, twice on the showdown, he fires out and I make the call, and he's like, nice hand, and he turns over 9-7 for a busted draw or whatever, and I turn over the queen high for also a busted draw, but a better busted draw. Those kind of reactive hero calls is probably more a part of my game than it was 10 years ago. And I generally make less hero bluffs. It's pretty rare for me to go like 3 bullets on a bluff. We saw one yesterday. you know, where it made sense to do it, and I still do it. It's still in my game, but I've found that putting, you know, one thing that I've found in the last 10 years, Zach, is that putting other really good players into a position to make a good call is is a big mistake. A big mistake, because it always feels wrong to fold, and players are always going to look for excuses and reasons to make those calls. It's so much harder to make it's so much harder to make a hero fold than a hero call. So you always end up overestimating your fold equity in a hand, and so that's one. You know, that's another way that my own game has changed, is realizing that there's a lot more value in making those hero calls when other people are misjudging their fold equity, you know, the fold equity they have against you, than there is by putting them in the position to make the hero folds, right? So, yeah, the game continues to change. I feel like I'm, you know, different player every single time.
Did you get that? Could you do the lobby Dutch, please?
Yep, I can. But we're not really going to see much. I mean, we're still in the rebuy and add-on period, so it's not going to mean a lot. But, of course, I can open up the lobby for you guys. So we are 94 out of 118. And let me go ahead and... Bobby. I still think that's pretty funny. He goes, thanks. I've been in the crew for about 11 years, but it's still pretty funny. I wasn't
sure which one was him, if that makes sense. He's going with his old name.
Yeah, Bobby Big Buy-In. I love it. I absolutely love it.
His given name.
Yeah, Donkey Pro, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure that other players are going to make the call with queens. I guess that what I would ask you, Donkey Pro, right, since we're still going to talk about the hand that happened an hour ago, what do you think is a bigger mistake, right? Shoving 140 big blinds pre-flop against an open limp and a raise, or folding pocket queens pre-flop against 140 big blind shove? You know, what do you think is the bigger mistake? I don't know. Yes, Crouching Goat, I will keep the info on the table. I don't really need to load the lobby up, right? Because
I guess you can just say what it is.
What you can see here is we're not really looking very good. We're off to a rough start tonight, you guys. I have no idea where we are with this Queen 10.
You probably get a rough start because you didn't go all in with them queens.
Maybe. That's probably why we're off to a rough start. We probably should have just called with the queens. Matty Matt, thank you very much for the Twitter shout out, and thank you so much for your sub. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we'll make the fold here. This could be just a horrible fold, right? But we'll fold Ace Queen and King Queen. So we were third best there. Ace Queen suited, King Queen offsuit is what we were facing with our Queen 10. I feel like we lost kind of the minimum there. Pokerman 543, we ended up coming in third in the second tournament that we played. Ninth in the first, third in the second. Oh, the second was so rough because when it got down to like 7 players, we had more chips than the rest of the table combined, and we were like, okay, this is how we're going to play it. We're just going to keep on pushing down on the the big stacks and keeping the psychological inflection point there present, and it was working great. We got 3-handed, and we had like 90,000 against 10K and 10K, and then things just started going wrong. things started going really, really wrong, and we kept on getting it in pretty decent, pretty good on the right side of coin flips, on the the right side of the 60-40s, and just really getting kind of screwed. So ended up coming out third place, but third place isn't losing, third place is winning. it felt pretty bad. You can check the highlights, Pokerman543, if you want. I highlighted a couple of things, including a couple of the meltdowns that we had, which are always kind of fun for me to watch because I recognize that I am a very, very bad loser. It doesn't really matter what we're playing. It sucks to lose. I hate losing.
So how you do that? Your info? You're turning info in real time? Position? The info?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Hey Dutch, can you leave your chat window on info so we can see your position in real time?
Yeah, so I did do that, actually. Yep.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh. Yeah, Crouching Goat asked the same thing, and then 9 Iron 12 asked, and so yeah, I put it on. I almost want to just make a call here because we could get down below 4,000 and take advantage of that rebuy. Stony 553, anything's possible. We might do that. I kind of enjoy playing tournaments more, but I would play cash for sure. I wouldn't be one of these guys who's like multi-tabling cash games because I feel like honestly, when you're streaming and playing multiple tables, it's just going to be impossible to keep as much focus as I like to be able to keep on the tables. And if I was playing cash games and I was playing for any real significant amount, I wouldn't really feel comfortable interacting with the chat. I think it would make for a kind of a lousy stream. But I could definitely play some cash and kind of show you some of the differences. There's not really that big of a difference between how you'd play early on in a tournament when you have 100 or 200 big blinds deep and how you play in a cash game. But I think it'd be fun. I also think that maybe putting together some sub-only home games over on PokerStars would be kind of cool. So yeah. Donkey Pro, you didn't answer the question though. You didn't answer the question.
Can you come over here really quick and can I whisper something in your ear?
Yeah.
Can you mute it? Private.
Okay. So we've got Flippa firing out a 5 times raise there against Reforce. We have a note against on Reforce. Let's see what it says here. The amount he bet was half the pot with a nut flush on the river. He bet less than 1/3 the pot with absolutely nothing on an ace-10x board. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. If you guys just listen to that note, what I'm saying is this guy Reforce adjusts his bet size based on hand strength. Big mistake. One of those mistakes we're going to be able to take advantage of down the line.
What's your biggest buy-in bet, bid?
Dogfish Phil, I played the 50K. I played the 50K before. Made it to day 2 and then crashed. It was one of the most depressing tournaments I've ever played. It was very hard. Played the 25K over at Bellagio 3 times and never cashed. Got pretty close. Got pretty close one year when they were paying, I think they were paying 55 and I got out like 58th. That was probably the biggest bubble I ever experienced. Even though it wasn't like the true bubble, it was close enough where I felt really stupid after walking away from that table. I tried to get, yeah, I should have cashed. You know, I tried to get David Singer to lay down pocket tens. I had ace queen and he played it well, and he didn't lay it down. And then he made the right read. It was it was just kind of an amateur mistake. Truly was. So Ace Deuce 3 Stone Coconut says, "Hi Dutch, just listening to your overshoving chat. Would that apply to sit and goes also, where this happens on a regular basis on the low limit tables?" Yeah, it's going to happen. Although sit and goes, you don't really get in sit and goes. You're not going to ever be as deep. You're not ever going to have as deep of a stack as you do in these types of tournaments. Wow, Butters, what did we have here? How did this work out? Just saw Butters get it all in with the Ace Queen. Was this a pre-flop? Was this some pre-flop action? Donkey Pro, I'm sure, would approve of whatever happened here. Yep. So we're looking at pre-flop. Pre-flop, they get 40 big blinds in, and okay, I'm sure that hand would be approved by Donkey Pro. I don't like it. I don't like getting 40 big blinds in with the old Ace Queen offsuit. Doesn't matter if it's a rebuy or not. So Ace Deuce 3 Stone Coconut. You don't really get as deep as you would in a sit and go as you do in a tournament. So how many times in a sit and go are you actually looking down and seeing 140 big blinds? You know, it doesn't really happen that often. So the overshoving, it's going to be, you're going to see overshove mistakes in sit and goes as well, but they're not going to be as dramatic as in tournaments. Cycling Guy, in your book you mentioned you would raise and re-raise in the main event to build up stacks. Do you still have that aggression today, or was that youth maniac play? Cycling Guy, no, I still do quite a bit of 3-betting. I don't do a lot of 4-betting, unless the situation is just right. But in the, I'm still doing a lot of raising and re-raising. If you look, if we watch, any of these tournaments that we've played so far online, once those antes kick in, my VPIP and pre-flop aggression is just off the charts, and it always has been. I think that if anything, it's even more aggressive now pre-flop, post-ante, than it was 10, 15 years ago. As far as 3-betting goes, I'm still doing a lot of 3-betting, and you'll still see a lot of that online, but it's easier live. Hey, Dutchie. Yep.
Did you by chance answer Matt's question about what your thoughts on the Atlantic City Negreanu is really ripping Atlantic City apart on Twitter right now. I don't really know what's going on. I would like to know what's going on. Why would he be ripping on Atlantic City, Russ?
I'm not really sure.
Maybe we can get
I haven't seen it.
Information on that, why he would do that. It's interesting. It's good stuff.
It is interesting.
Let's see. Just listen to your shove chat. Is that what you're talking about now, your shove?
So I think there's a pretty decent chance that we are going to get knocked back down to a starting stack here. We'll rebuy, take the add-on. Yeah. Or not. So Matt Levine. Let me take a look at what the drama is going on. We got Daniel Negreanu saying, trying to prepare for WPT Championship, which moved to Atlantic City, and I'm not so sure I can stomach it. Sad it left Las Vegas. Atlantic City is not vegan friendly. And then we got Negreanu coming out more. The more research I do, the more I wonder if Atlantic City is the unhealthiest place in America. Haven't been in years. Looks pretty sad. So, okay, so a little bit of New Jersey hate, I guess, is what we've got.
I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention to our chat. Sorry, babe.
It's okay.
Caps is on, so I was looking.
I don't really know what to think of it, Matt. I'm thinking. I've been to Atlantic City, and it didn't. It wasn't the worst place in the world. It was okay. I mean, Borgata was nice. City? He's talking about the physical city. I guess. Pretty much any restaurant will will prepare a vegan meal.
Oh.
You know, and there's always grocery stores. It's not like, you know, it's not like Atlantic City is like the Congo. You can go, you know, go to your grocery store and buy yourself.
We cook all our food because it's better.
But if he hates it that much, I think that he's just, you know, kind of disappointed that it moved from Vegas, which I understand. I feel like the WPT Championship was wonderful here in Vegas. I loved it over the Bellagio, and especially for a Vegas pro, it's really nice to just be able to wake up in your own bed and, you know, get in the car and drive down to the Bellagio and play a WPT Championship. So I think he's just a little bit disappointed. I'm disappointed too. I'm not going to go travel to Atlantic City to play a tournament. You know, my circuit days are behind me. I'm here in Vegas because the action comes to us. It does seem like Atlantic City is kind of going downhill. You know, I hear that they're, you know, charging $15 for valet, and
Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. Nolan Dalla just wrote a few months ago wrote a scathing blog post about how horrible Atlantic City has become, and I don't know. I will say this: I've been to a lot of dingy casinos and a lot of dingy stops on the tour,
We
and
haven't been out.
Atlantic City is fine. I thought it was fine.
We haven't been out there now for like 7 years.
I haven't been out to Atlantic City since about 2008.
Yeah, 7 years. So
Yeah.
you should take me.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another question about cycling guy.
Okay.
Said in your book you mentioned you would raise and re-raise in the main event to build up stacks. Do you still have that aggression today, or was that youth maniac play?
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Oh, you already answered it.
Yeah.
A while ago. Oh, see, this is what I get when I don't pay attention. See.
So now I'm thinking, you know, Donkey Pro. Oh, good. We've got Donkey Pro with some more good advice here.
Donkey Pro. Is
Yes.
he playing? Why does he name himself a Donkey Pro?
I don't know. What's that? No.
Oh, it's just a friend
Who knows?
or a subscriber.
Citrus says, "Yay! A table with Dutch and Butters."
I love it. Okay, that's good. Atlantic City is the unhealthiest city in America, or Vegas is? I mean,
Okay.
oh, I accidentally closed the caps down.
We will go ahead and fold this. Dan Legrand is still tweeting about Atlantic City right now. Man, you don't have to go, Danny. You don't have to go. You know, this is the nice thing about Vegas
So
is
is
you
it
can.
WPT going on right now or something?
It's
or
coming this month, I think. I think it's
Oh.
like April 15th, April 16th. You know, if you don't want to go, don't go. It's fine. You know, say I'm not going to go, you know, since they moved it to Atlantic City. If enough people don't go, they'll probably bring it back. Yeah, and I kind of agree with you, Confizzle. Danny, come back to the meat eater world. You know, I understand if you're trying to go vegan for, you know, for moral reasons, or if you think it's better for the environment. I understand all that, but we're supposed to eat meat. We're supposed to eat it. Oh, yeah, Borgata is nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's a nice casino. It's nice. It's kind of like right up there with like the Aria.
Really?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a nice
You
casino.
always said it was hard. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I haven't.
Which one is the Tunica?
Tunica's a dive.
Oh, Tunica.
We can never go back to Tunica.
Okay.
We can never go back
I've
to
never
Tunica.
been to Tunica. Maybe next year we should start. You know what? Maybe we should start twitching on the road, and then the internet will drop though. So, but that's a good idea. Maybe we'll start YouTubing on the road.
Maybe, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Do a little
YouTube road trip.
periscoping. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think it would be kind of fun.
Yeah, get a van or a...
YouTube.
a YouTube road trip. We go in our
We
van.
get one of those like a scooter. We just like scooter.
A scooter.
Yep.
Why a scooter? Why not one of those other things? Those things that you, what are they called? That you don't. The thing that the guy died off of. Segways.
A Segway.
Yeah. Why a scooter?
Let's just segue our way across the USA.
Segue in our way across the USA. I like it. I like that.
Okay,
Very
guys,
good.
I'm going to get a little bit of blood going in the legs. Going to try to avoid dying of a aneurysm or what is it? Blood clot to the brain. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of walking going. Stony 553. I haven't been to AC, but I don't think anything could be as bad as Tunica, Mississippi. +1 Stony. That's pretty funny. That's funny because we just talked about it. It's funny because we just said the same thing in the future.
In the future, yes.
Yeah, I mean, AC is awesome if you just stay inside the Brigada. AC, Atlantic City is a really cool place if you just stay inside the Brigada.
Now I want to go.
I mean, it's cool also because there's the ocean, too. You know, I'm kind of disappointed, actually. Atlantic City had so much potential to be just a beautiful, beautiful spot. I mean, it's got the ocean, it's got the boardwalk, it's got New York right there. Somehow Vegas just came in and built, you know, a paradise in the middle of the desert.
For Atlantic City, like the expectation of it.
No.
Like everybody saw it.
If anything, I feel like Boardwalk Empire helped the city.
Okay. Well, I mean the expectation of it, like oh.
I'll be right back, guys.
Cool and trendy.
Okay, and we're back, you guys. Within 1 minute, we are starting. We got the add-on. Never forget the add-on. The Dizzle Man says, Dutch, if you come to AC, let me know. We will grab a beer. I'll take you up on that, Dizzle Man.
I really want to go.
Now we might go. Now we might go to Atlantic City.
No, I really want to because I mean, I feel like it would be fun, like going around the U.S. playing. I want to go to Europe too. But I really like going to the national parks and stuff, so I think it would be really fun.
Yeah. No, the East Coast is pretty cool.
We can camp.
New York City is awesome. Yeah, we can camp underneath the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
Can you?
You can. A lot of people do.
Hey, is Bob's Burgers in Atlantic City?
I think no.
Oh, that wasn't.
I think Bob's Burgers was set in like one of those.
A fictitious place?
Yeah, one of those East Coast spots, but I don't, not Atlantic City.
Because I don't want to give a spoiler about it, but there was a pier.
Yes.
That was like the last spoiler. Remember?
Of Bob's Burgers?
Yes, Bob's Burgers, the pier. I can't say anything else.
I mean, there's always been a pier
remember.
at Bob's Burgers, right?
Huh?
Okay, it's
Yes.
okay, it's okay.
So, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
No Bob Burger spoilers.
Okay, let's take a look. Hip ain't cheap. What do we got? Hip ain't cheap saying,
He said check his...
I bet Examon could put away some sushi. We love sushi. We do love sushi. Poker Pete. New Jersey Shore in the house. If you'd like a good Italian sub, you will love this place. Okay. What's the sub place, Matt? Let's see.
Oh, you know what? I want to sign up for that Twitch treats. What was that? Because somebody was telling me about it, Sammy.
Stosh68 says, fuck that vegan shit. Spent 4.5 billion years to evolve to the top of the food chain. Not gonna piss all that effort away to survive on garbanzo beans. That's about right. Look, I feel very bad. I feel very bad for all the cute little chickens and all the cute cows and pigs. I feel bad for them. What a horrible life that is for for a milking cow in California right now. But I just am not willing to give up meat. I just won't do it. I just won't do it.
I mean, we won't eat as much.
We've cut down quite a bit.
But we will be like a nice steak.
Yeah, I just don't see. I mean, could you imagine someone coming to you and saying, you know what, you're never going to have a steak again? You should see Michelle's face right now. Examon looks heartbroken as she thought about it. I mean, I have mucho respect for the vegans out there. I really do. I really do.
It's hard.
But there's just no way that I would give up. I mean, I'm not going to give up salmon. You know, it just tastes too good.
And I like sardines.
I like bacon and sausage
Well,
and pepperoni. Oh, could you imagine never being able to have... And vegan, they take it like you can't even have cheese as a vegan, right?
Can have eggs.
You
Can
can't,
have
like...
cheese, Can have milk.
I just don't... I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, it's because of I explained it to you before the other night. It's because of these corporations.
Yeah.
They just overdo it.
This is what I don't understand too. You got all these vegans who are saying I'm going to go vegan for for moral reasons because I don't want to hurt animals. And then they pull out their cell phones where you've got like 14 and 15-year-old kids working in these sweatshops, and they put on their T-shirt from Walmart.
Which are made by people from Taiwan or Thailand.
You got to put things in perspective. The world's a pretty messed up place, and we got to kind of, you got to worry about the people before you worry about the pigs, in my opinion. That's one thing that really kind of irritated me. I know I know maybe this won't be very politically correct and popular. I don't really like seeing, I don't like seeing, poker charity events that are supporting like a dog shelter. I love my dog, but it just seems wrong to me. It seems wrong to me, exactly.
Like not being vaccinated.
This is one thing I like about the one drop. The one drop. That's a worthy cause. Let's get people clean water in Africa.
But anyways, let's listen.
Rant.
Anyways, it's America. Feel free to eat what you want to eat.
Yeah.
Just like you want to wear what you want to wear.
Jay Karma, I completely agree. British Columbia is one of the coolest places in the world. Vancouver's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like Seattle, only just slightly less cool. That's what BC is like. It's almost as cool as Seattle. It's just beautiful up there. One of the coolest places in the world. I completely agree with you, Jay Karma. Bob Hatter. I have a place under the boardwalk you can stay at. Oh, man.
Oh, there was a poker fraud alert?
Yeah. Cannon Park, I did get to meet Tyler. and he's seemed really cool. Cantor Park. That was a pretty sick overlay. We had. I felt really bad. I felt like I tried I did what I could to promote it. I talked about it on the stream a lot. Talked about it on Twitter, but there were a lot of flaws with the tournament. It was really disappointing to see how much effort the guys behind Check Shove Poker put into it, just to see it kind of flop. I mean, it's going to make it hard for them to continue with it. I hope that they do, because I think that it has some potential. It was a good structure. I did get to meet Tyler. Really cool guy, he seems. We didn't really hang out that much, but I'm happy to be on the same team as him. And Ferrari Doctor, love the stream. What do you think of Todd Dandruff Whittles of Poker Fraud Alert? Do you listen? Ferrari, I don't actually listen to Poker Fraud Alert. I do have a ton of respect for Druff. I really do. I don't know that I'm his favorite person in the world. He's definitely kind of gone off on me a few times. But if there's a couple guys in poker that truly are like the watchdogs that always have the players back. No, we're still on.
For some reason mine's dropped.
Twitch has been having issues all day. But no, we're still on. We're still on.
Okay, I see. It's got it.
Yeah, you can always count on Druff to always be sticking up for the players and calling it as.
He does good stuff for people.
Druff?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does great stuff for people. If it wasn't for him, no one would know about those all those full carding. Oh, look at this. We got a Jamie John fist bump, man. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and hook you up with a DRM free copy of Poker Tilt. Check your Twitch inbox. We'll send you over the link. Man, Jamie John. That's what it was, right? Where's the
Subscribe? I don't even see it on my
I don't even see it either. It just came up.
Maybe nobody did.
Maybe not. Maybe it was a ghost subscriber.
Maybe it was it.
Didn't even get. I believe it though. I believe that it was a subscriber.
Did someone subscribe and we didn't know it? Please chat on chat.
I'll tell you what, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna just believe the Twitch alert, and I'm gonna say thank you very much for supporting the stream. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Check your Twitch mailbox. We're gonna go ahead and ship you that. And you know what? I think a couple of you guys might have missed the. We might have missed a couple of you subs. So if you haven't gotten the ebook yet and you're a subscriber, just email me dutch@dutchboyd.com. I'll make sure that you get it. So sorry if somehow we missed you. Sometimes it's just Twitch isn't perfect yet, and we're definitely not perfect here. Yeah, Iron Fist. I mean, I'm not going to go on a political rant tonight. I'm going to try to keep it light. I'm going to try to just focus on the tournament, try to take it down. But I do think that there are more important things to worry about than the feelings of pigs and cows. Even though I feel really bad for and I understand the whole idea that maybe all life is equally precious, but the truth is, if I see a roach in our kitchen, I'm killing it. I'm smashing that thing. And if you don't think that roaches have any sort of feelings, I think that you're probably wrong.
We were still on the rant. Are we still on the rant?
Oh, we're still on the rant. Well, because Iron Fist was like, he's. I'm pretty sure he's agreeing.
No, it's all good, dude. We've watched a lot of documentaries about over agriculture, but you know what? Actually, these little farms that people have created, what are they called? The urban garden. They actually have contributed to the destruction of the oceans because people don't know how to properly use fertilizer, and so the fertilizer goes into the ocean and kills all the sea. I mean, it's a whole complex issue. We get that.
Yeah.
But you can't just say don't do this extreme or the other extreme. There's a balance. We could if we could, we would have our own cow, but we don't have the land and we don't have the time to maintain that cow. I personally wouldn't mind killing a cow or milking a cow or eating eggs. It's complex. And I used to have a garden in Washington.
I will tell you this, guys, as far as Vancouver goes and British Columbia goes, that is one thing that it does have over Washington. You can actually play on stars and full tilt up there. We were really close, actually, to moving up to British Columbia. Instead, we came back to Vegas.
Amy live? Amy lived right on the... She lived right on the... Where was that?
Can we expect any of these guys to fire out? I don't think so. This isn't really a donk lead because we can't really expect Skelly Factor to c-bet for us. We figure we probably have the best hand, so let's go ahead and fire out a half-pot size bet, and we'll go pretty hard on this one, guys. I don't really think that we're going to try to get all of our chips in here, but we've got the best hand. We've got the best hand. Bastar 71. I didn't really like it. Truth is, I didn't really like it.
You're answering that from Bastar right now.
Yeah. It is a good question. You know, I talked about it with the guys too. You know, as soon as
Jamie John, it just came up. Jamie John.
Okay, so he got it.
He did?
He got it. We didn't get the in chat. It didn't come up. I don't understand. Jamie John, thank you so much. We probably should have raised this, but I was kind of focusing on Bastar's question and Jamie John. Jamie John, again, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much. Okay, so Bastar,
Oh, he didn't even get that.
on the one hand, you know, let's not lose sight of the fact that there was a huge overlay up there. 25K, I think it ended up being. The tour could easily just completely disappear now because they didn't make their guarantee, and it was a huge disaster because it's coming out of the pocket of half of it was coming from out of the pocket of the casino, and half of it was coming out of the pocket of the tournament organizers, which really stresses these guys out. This is they're not rich guys; they're trying to put this together, and I felt really bad for them. I completely understand the side of it where. But I also don't know that, when Hunter was saying, well, is trying to buy people into this, is it like breaking any sort of law or rule or ethical procedure? And I was like, I don't really know. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the books that says you can't do everything you can to try to make a guarantee. It does feel a little icky though. And as soon as we saw the tweet, we were like, Hunter, you got to take that down. And it was kind of a PR disaster. I don't really know, Bestar. I think that it does. I can see. On the one hand, you put up a guarantee. You're not trying to promise an overlay. You're saying we're going to do everything we can to make sure that the prize pool is at least this big. So when they do try to do everything they can do to make sure that the prize pool is that big, I don't know that there's really an ethical problem with that. It does feel icky though, and I can't really put my finger on why. All I can do is say that it was a bad call no matter what. Honestly, it was just a bad call. It was disappointing. The whole thing was disappointing. I wish I wasn't out there. But I do hope that they get it together. So Max 71, you're going to get the bony fish right here. I hope you're not watching the stream, and if you are, I hope that you don't take this personally. But we're at the ante round. You don't really need to be limping at this point. A limp here is a mistake, so don't do it. You do it, you're going to get the bony fish. Yeah. Yeah, TR Mullins, I'm not the right guy to ask. Really not. We'll go to J Ram. Yeah, how was the Minnesota event? I mean, as a player, it was great. The structure was very good. They had a 25K overlay, so pretty good equity. For me personally, it was pretty bad. I didn't cash in either of the two events I played, and both times I got knocked out, I actually had, not the first one, the second one, and also a little single table satellite. I actually had people, when they knocked me out, actually raise their fists up above their hands like this and start screaming through the casino, yes, yes, I got him. And it was just like, oh my God, it was so rough. So rough.
I have a good question for you. If you're ready for it.
Yes.
From Trill Mullins, Dutch Boyd. What does it take to start an online poker site?
Yeah.
Apart from a ton of money, I guess. Any permits or anything? And how hard is it? That's a very long answer for that one.
It's a long answer, and I would say T.R. Mullins, I'm not really the right guy to ask. not the right guy to ask. I mean, if you know anything about my history, you know that I tried and failed. So if you want to know, my own personal history with it, you can, pick up Poker Tilt. It's all in there.
The reason why he's saying it is because he lives in London, and there's always new betting sites popping up, but never poker sites. That's why he's asking about regulation on that.
Wrong guy to ask.
Oh.
Wrong guy to ask.
Oh, sorry, I thought you could answer it.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It's okay.
Well, I said that was a good question. So let's see.
What's up, Bizzolito? Welcome to the stream. Always good to see a first-time watcher. Three-minute delay. We are on a 3-minute delay, so I'm kind of talking to you in the future right now, which kind of makes it kind of a little bit awkward when we are trying to respond over the stream to chat, and so the chat kind of scrolls up. 3 minutes later, you kind of get the you get the answers to questions. You get the response to questions. I don't really like having to do a delay, but there's really no other way. If we were on Bovada, maybe, the first time we tried to play a free like a real money tournament on like without a delay, we got pretty deep. This was one of our I think this was our first stream. We got pretty deep, and then we got into this pretty big hand where all of a sudden the guy just starts stalling, and I was like, oh no, what's he doing? He waits like 30 seconds. The delay wasn't like we basically got our stream sniped, and he made a hero fold. Yeah. That's right, Crookedish. Because it's actually not like a receding hairline. It's more like a Friar Tuck bald spot right here. Maybe I'll invest in those hair plugs, or like a really good wig one of these days.
Does the Rio comp still, because they used to give $10 comp. Somebody's asking, does the Rio comp its WSOP players in any way? Do they still do that? I think last year, the last 2 years, they didn't.
They don't give you those $10 comps anymore. Now instead, what they do is they give you total rewards points.
Those comps.
They were pretty awesome. But no, I don't think they give those $10 food comps anymore. A lot of times you can ask a floor, and they can hook you up with a $10 comp. But they don't really comp poker players, man. They really don't. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and 6, 7, 8, 8.5 to 1. We'll go ahead and make the call here. Hope for just a crazy magic flop. Really, what are we looking for? We're looking for 3 2s, or we're looking for 2 pair. That's really all we're looking for here. But I kind of feel like if we do hit either one of those 2 hands, we're probably going to get have enough implied odds for that hand where it makes sense to go ahead and make the call for the min raise with 3 other guys in here. I do think though that making a fold there isn't horrible. You'll see a lot of people actually fold that hand 10-2 offsuit when it's like min raised, call, even for that small amount, and they argue, well, you don't really have implied odds because any implied odds you have is kind of wiped away by reverse implied odds. If you don't know the difference, we're talking about suppose you do make your hand, how much money can you get paid for it? That's implied odds. Reverse implied odds is suppose you do make your hand and it's the second best hand, how much are you going to lose? And a lot of times reverse implied odds and implied odds kind of balance each other out. So I don't hate folding there either. T.R. Mullins. Well, that was a bit disappointing. Thanks for trying. I'm sorry, TR. I don't really know what to tell you. I would say to start an online poker site, you're going to need software. You're going to need, you know, some sort of regulatory framework. You're going to need
lawyers.
You're going to need lawyers, or you just need $100 to get like the Maven software and move to Antigua and you know, I mean, ask Mycon. You know, he's
Mycon would be good to ask.
Mycon would be a good one to ask.
Would Mycon ever go on your show?
On the stream?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like it. I would love to have Mycon on the stream.
Or at least a little visit.
He'd probably be on the stream if we were like playing a free roll or something on SWC. So we'll go ahead and try to take a shot at it. 3 exit. Jack 9 suited is actually not such a bad hand to try to make this happen. So I'm pretty much always c-betting here, and I don't want to not c-bet when I actually hit a decent hand. We're gonna go ahead and continue with our c-bet here. I think. Actually, we'll go ahead and let him, if he's floating, we'll go ahead and let him bluff. Okay, we'll make it 3/4 of the pot and see if we can get called by worse. What did he call us with? He called us with pocket 8s, so we probably miss a little bit of value on the turn. It's okay. We're okay with missing a little bit. If he was floating, I think that he's going to be firing out that turn. Ferrari Doctor says, "Will you sell your new crew some of your WSOP this year?" Ferrari, maybe.
What?
Maybe we might be selling some action in that 1K we'll stream.
But that's going to be for anybody, right?
Anybody. It's not going to be just like for subscribers. It's going to be everybody. And it would probably really wouldn't be over Twitch. It would just be over Twitter. So Ferrari, if you want to, if you're interested, follow me on Twitter @DutchBoyd. All of you guys, all you viewers, you should follow me on Twitter @DutchBoyd. It might be the best Twitter stream in the land,
in the world, in the entire universe.
Also, make an effort to follow @first @1st. That's Eximoa. She always has some really cool things to say. Little Bag 0910 says, "Dutch, not sure if you answered this, but can you do a breakdown video?
I think we're going to do
I
one
find
on
them
Thursday or Saturday.
Very informational."
I think it's a viewing party.
Is that what do you think he means?
Yeah.
So Little Bag, we're doing some HPT viewing parties. And that's kind of like a breakdown video, but it's actually a live stream. We're gonna be watching, like, it's actually a live table that we break down. We're gonna be watching. We got some permission from the Heartland Poker Tour to be doing HPT viewing parties. It's really fun. We've done 2 of them so far. For our subscribers, they can look and watch the old viewing parties. If you're not a subscriber, just join us on Monday for our next one. It's going to be at 3 p.m. And then next Thursday, we're going to do the Red Rock Heartland Poker Tour final table. We're going to break that down, and we are actually going to do that with V-Rob, with Rob Perlman, which is going to be really cool because he's the one who won that. Spoiler alert, I know, but he's the one who actually won that event. So we're going to be able to talk about his moves and talk about the other moves at the table and see exactly what he did to navigate through that field, through that final table to actually score that W. It's going to be a really cool opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very thankful to both HPT and V-Rob for making that possible.
What do you think when you compare WSOP and PokerStars? How do you compare them?
WSOP and PokerStars?
Yeah, somebody was asking. Yeah,
Well, it's kind of like comparing Tunica to Vegas.
There you go. That's a good comparison.
Yeah. I'm in Vegas, so WSOP.com is where I can play here, and I like WSOP.com. Their tournament software is smooth. Their structures are actually really good for their tournaments. The blinds go up really, really small. Max 71. I have no player notes on. You just have that bony fish. I kind of feel like we're gonna go ahead and raise here 2.5x. Oh my gosh! The point was to get it heads up against Max with the pre-flop aggression. It wasn't to get raw force to flat call us. Not a bad flop for 9-8 suited, really. Let's see if we can just take it with a c-bet. Nope, we're not going to be able to take it. So we'll go to. We have to call, right? Because of course he has a draw. Nope, We don't have to call. We'll just let it go. Pretty frustrating. Pretty frustrating. We've got a note on Raw Force, which basically says he adjusts his betting amounts based on strength, hand strength, and he bets less than a third pot when he's not, when he's just on complete air. So the fact that he just shoved all into us makes me feel like middle pair 8 kicker isn't going to take it down. What's up, Justin? It's good to see you, man. No, I haven't done it yet. I haven't caught up with the emails just yet, Justin. I remember seeing it when I was in Minnesota, but I was just I didn't do it yet. I'm sorry, man. I did take a look at the WSOP schedule though, JD Cole, and I think that June 11th is probably going to work out unless I'm still in that event from before or the 1K PLO that day. So looking forward, regardless, we're going to hang out this summer. I feel it, I know it, and hopefully I'll be able to hang out with your group of guys out there too.
Bleed the Fifth had a comment.
I love Bleed the Fifth. I think that's such a great user screen name. I've been running real bad, and it's a bit discouraging on America's Card Room. I did have a nice small run playing MTTs, but I've been getting crushed lately. I feel I play decent poker most of the time, but I'm wondering if I'm not making the right folds early or just simply running bad. I'm well aware of when to push via my chip stack. Bleed the Fifth. Maybe there's a way that we can just do like a tournament replay. If you wanted to send like a complete hand history of a tournament, we could spend a day on like Saturday or Sunday just kind of going over your tournament and kind of breaking it down, trying to figure out if there's anything that I can see that maybe I would tweak in your game. You're more than welcome to, if you can find some hand replayer that we can just replay the whole tournament, I'd be more than willing to do that with you. I mean, that's one of the sub perks, is you've got a poker coach here. But just saying I haven't been running well, I don't really know what I can say to that. But I would definitely be willing to try to help, for sure. Oh no, now I'm a little worried, JD.
What happened?
He wants to compare his IQ to mine. I didn't know it was a competition. I got to go back and see now. I don't want to let anybody down, and I don't want to let myself down either. At the same time, I don't want to make you feel bad. I'll take a look at it, JD. I'm sorry that I haven't yet, Justin. I was thinking about you the other day, though. I was thinking, you know what? I need to cut down the language. I remember JD Cole. He brought his daughter on the stream when she was, for her birthday. She's like what, 9? I gotta make sure. That Dan B. I don't know who Dan B is.
There's a lot of Dan B's.
It's
kind of.
It's like John G.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do here? We got Raw 462 coming in with that min bet, min raise. We've got RJM for you calling behind him. So we're gonna put RJM for you on kind of a. We're going to put him on kind of a smaller pocket pair than 10s is what we're going to put him on. Or like suited court cards. So we're going to pot it. And I don't think that we're not really going to be going anywhere here if Raw Force shoves over the top of us. There's a decent argument for just making the call. But I think that there's enough in the pot here that we're going to be able to pick up most of the time without any risk, really. I mean, we're picking up more than 10% of our stack there with zero risk as long as we can get through Raw 462. That I think it's worth doing.
What do you think of the Colossus, Dutchy Boo?
Let me take a look here really quick. Is Girl Meets World, is that the follow-up to Boy Meets World?
I don't know. I looked it up. I think it's just a level for us. I don't think it's real.
No. I think it's true. I think
no, it's not true.
It is Girl Meets World season 2.
That's real, but I don't think that person works for Boy Meets Girl.
Yeah, this is Corey Matthews and Topanga.
Dutch loves Topanga.
I had the biggest crush on Topanga when I was like, 11, 12 years old. I thought Corey Matthews was like my favorite. That's really funny, Ferrari. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's try to do a whole poker episode on a children's television show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do a tournament on it.
let's do a big tournament on the Disney Channel. Why not? You know what was kind of funny is some of those. I remember watching an episode of iCarly on the Disney Channel where they had a domain squatting episode.
Did they really?
Someone went and squatted on like iCarly's domain name or something.
An episode?
It was like a whole episode on domain squatting.
Oh,
it was
awesome.
so funny.
Anyway, they would like. They're interested in seeing what the lobby people are requesting.
I'm sorry, guys.
And
We are 60 out of 104. Let me go ahead and open the lobby now that we know what we're playing for. And what else do we have?
So a person asked about what you feel about the Colossus Exu.
I can't wait for the Colossus. I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I think they're planning on 20,000 people in that thing.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Could they really get 20,000 people into a
It's going to be actually really exciting to see an event like that because I don't remember a time when it was that really hyped up. It's been kind of on a decline a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the World Series of Poker, slowly it's been kind of dying. I don't want to say dying, but it doesn't feel as busy as it did when it in 2008 when I started to be on the scene. But from you were in the scene in 2006 when it was. I mean,
it's all been downhill since gold.
Oh, really?
2006 was was like the height of it. Like, oh man, this is like what? It was amazing. It started kind of going downhill, and then when Black Friday hit,
just everybody was depressed.
Everyone's still depressed. It's still a shadow. Gloom and doom.
But yeah, so it's going to be really cool that World Series of Poker is actually doing something that awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
It is going to be. It's going to be amazing. And if you can only afford to play like one event this summer, play that event. And whatever you can do, come out to the Colossus. It's going to be really, really cool, and it's going to be one of those events that are going to be like the main event, where the winner of that event is going to get so much publicity, so much press, and it's such a crapshoot. There's going to be such a low caliber, skill. Like there's going to, like with 20,000 players, there's just not 20,000 people who can play. There's not 20,000 good poker players out there in the world. So it's going to be kind of like the main event as far as the highest ROI, the highest bang for your buck that you're going to be able to get. It's probably going to be the best poker tournament in the history of the game, right? So I'm really excited about it. I saw that they kind of adjusted the starting stack down to like 5K, but 5K is a lot of chips, you guys. It's a lot of chips. Keep in mind, back when I first started, they would start you out with, if you bought into a $1,500 event, you'd get 1,500 chips. That's how it used to be. You buy into the main event, you get 10,000 chips. So 5,000 chips is a lot. It's more than I would have expected them to start out with.
Did you get the Dizzle Man's hand in your email about a huge hand that he had?
Was it the Jack 8 suited Dizzle Man? Was
Dizzle Man, Jack 8 suited.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and make it 2.5 times the big blind here. 2.5x against our buddy RJM4U. Friend of the stream if you're watching, RJM. Not trying to pick on you. We actually have a legit hand here. Then we got flip ace ace. This is going to be a call here, guys. We can count on flip ace 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 to overshove, to make mistakes post flop. So we'll make the call and hope for a magic flop, which this isn't really a magic flop. This is kind of a crappy flop. So yeah, we fold. We kind of put flip ace 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 on much better than a pair of nines. We're really trying to get two pair, trip nines, some sort of flush draw, some sort of combo draw, something more than a pair of nines with a jack.
I'm sorry for interrupting. Bob had said I would like Topanga.
You're much prettier than Topanga.
No, but maybe that's why you like me.
Maybe. Maybe.
Over my dead body, you're gonna do an episode. No, oh, she's very cute. Is she like 12 though? I mean, how?
Who are you talking about?
Topanga.
Topanga's the mom.
Oh, is that really? I don't even know who's who.
Topanga's the mom from. No, Topanga.
Oh, good.
When we were kids, they had Boy Meets World.
So Topanga's
Did you ever see Boy Meets World,
No.
Michelle?
No. Wait. So Topanga is the mom. So what's her real name?
and Savage.
Why do I hear that?
Ben Savage, Fred
Topanga
Savage's
was
little
the
brother,
daughter.
was Corey Matthews. And his girlfriend growing up in Boy Meets World was Topanga. And now they're doing this spin-off called Girl Meets
Oh,
World.
because now she's an adult.
Now they're both adults. Now, like, Corey Matthews and Topanga, whatever her name, Matthews now, is our age,
Oh,
you know?
okay, because you know what? I remember Topanga being a little girl. So I'm, like, sitting here picturing a little girl.
Well, she used to be a little girl.
Well, obviously. I just never, ever watched any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Ever. So that's pretty funny. So wait, she our age now? She's 30?
It was a very popular show.
No, she's very cute. She's very pretty.
So,
as an adult.
I'm really surprised here. We got Flip Ace 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 just really making a lot of moves against us.
Oh, she was really... Is that her as a kid? She's very cute as a kid.
And the last time he had that, I think that we just go ahead and fire out a half pot size raise. And we'll take this down. Of course we'll take it down. Flip Ace 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 doesn't have aces or kings or queens. Flip Ace 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 doesn't have 8s or 7s or 2s. Maybe Flip Ace 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 has 10s or 9s, and we're going to be able to take his take a lot of money here. Could happen. Ferrari Doctor says, check out my Twitter, Dutch. You'll see all the... You'll see...
He really wants to... He really wants to have you.
Oh my gosh. I just don't... it's got to be a level, right?
Well, I'm looking at it right now. The Twitter, I don't really see anything.
Fire out
Well,
the
if it's you,
700.
If it's them, they haven't Twittered since 2014, dude. That's funny, though.
It goes through...
God, that's a good question.
So, we got Max 71 calling on the button. What's the good question? Oh, about how are all those people going to petering break? Is that the question? That's a very good question. Okay, we're going to go ahead and c-bet. We fire out a half pot size bet against Max 71. We don't really like it. You know, we're kind of feeling like Max 71's making the call here with a lot of pocket pairs that are better than sixes and a lot of court card holdings, but we're not going to not continuation bet when we've got the pre-flop aggression against an opponent heads up. And when they've got position on us like Max 71 did, instead of making it the 2.5x big blind C bet that we would make if we had position on like a big blind or a small blind, we're going to go ahead and fire out a half pot size bet. Okay. We will make the call here with the worst holding we can imagine, and we're going to go ahead and try to outplay Raw Force here and see what Raw Force is doing. The amount he bet was half the pot with a nut flush on the river. He bet less than a third of the pot with absolutely nothing. So let's go ahead and just try to check raise him here. I think that we can probably get him off of a hand like Ace Jack. Kings underscore KC. Why call if you're hoping to hit 2 pair or trips? That's not good equity. There's a lot of reasons to make the call kings. Not only for the implied odds that you have just in the specific hand, but you also don't want to give the impression that you're giving up a lot of big blinds to min raises. So that's another part of it. Oh my gosh. Hey, you know what would actually be kind of fun? For Ferrari Doctor, it actually would be kind of fun to have a scene where Corey Matthews is playing poker. That would be kind of fun. I could definitely see that. That's pretty funny. Okay, RJM for you. RJ, I don't really like the fact that you're going to the number pad for that raise. I feel like you really should be keeping your pre-flop raises consistent, but I don't know. Do what you're going to do, I guess.
Are you going to do the HPT party on Saturday?
We're doing a poker clinic on Saturday. We're probably going to do the HPT viewing party on Monday and Thursday. Oh, sorry guys.
Do you know what it's going to be about yet?
No, I don't know what the poker clinic's going to be about yet. I might do it on continuation betting. I've been thinking about maybe doing it on Bayes' theorem. What are you thinking? No, I could do crash courses, but I don't want it to be a poker clinic. I kind of want poker clinic to be a little bit more advanced than just a crash course on a game. But we'll do crash courses down the line. I don't know what poker clinic's going to be about yet. I haven't decided. I'm going back and forth between a couple of different ideas for poker clinic number 2 on Saturday. We'll see. It's going to be a little different this time, rather than try to do a a live presentation and talk to you guys about it. I think I'm going to probably put together a poker clinic video and play it while I talk to you guys about it. So it'll be a little bit more interactive. We can play, and pause, ask questions, and no delay. So, okay, so we go ahead and make it 700. We're going to go ahead and pull back, taper down our pre-flop raise amount. It's kind of weird going from 700 last blind level to the same this blind level, but we're trying to taper down our pre-flop raise amount. 2 people. We're up against 2 people here. We don't have to see bet, but when we see bet, oh, look at this. Obama is OP. Fist bump, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it, man. We're gonna go ahead and ship you this copy, DRM free, of Poker Tilt. Check your Twitch inbox for that. Obama is OP. Yeah, I think Twitch is kind of messing up because usually it shows up on the chat, right, when we get a subscriber, and it's not showing up. Okay, we got Skelly Factor coming in with a check raise. It took a long time to make up your mind on that, Skelly Factor. Obama is OP. Thank you so much. You are awesome for supporting the stream, and thank you so much for supporting poker on Twitch. We're gonna hook you up with the very first subscriber perk, which is the DRM free digital copy of Poker Tilt for your iPad, your Kindle, your Nook, or your desktop. And come on and join us for the sub chat only stuff that we're doing on Saturday and Monday, next Thursday with Rob Perlman, with the HPT viewing parties, and anything I can do for you. Obama is OP, Matty Matt, all of you subscribers, anything I can do for you guys, please do let me know. Why bet into the 6-6 but fold the hand where you had 9s post flop? Was that a position and value thing? Micah 6-8 PH. It was really just kind of a feel thing. I didn't feel like the top pair jack kicker there on that 9 high board against the 2 opponents. I felt like flip ace 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 had us beat. When I made the call, I was kind of just going to be playing post flop, and when the amount that he bet into the pot, it kind of suggested to me that the pair of 9s wasn't good. Maybe they were. He might have outplayed us there, but our goal here in this tournament is not to just play big pots against these guys. We're really trying to chip up, not double through. I'm okay with making the fold. I didn't know where I was at. I didn't feel like I was ahead, and he might have outplayed us, but I don't think he did. GG Donk TV, no, it's not true. It's not true that the 1500 Stud 8 or better event is the easiest event to make the money. I love Stud 8, and I feel like I have a pretty good success rate in the Stud 8 and Raz and those types of events. I did make 2 different WSOP final tables in Stud 8. One was the Stud 8 08, one was just a straight Stud 8. But no, I mean, you're going to have the same type of 15% of the field make the money as you have in any other tournament. And the fact is that Stud 8 is going to attract more of the pros who are just playing it to bracelet hunt. So you're going to be playing against a higher caliber of player than you would in an event that has 3,000-4,000 no limit hold'em runners. So I don't think that it's not easier to make the money in Stud 8. If anything, it's harder. I think that probably the easiest events to make the money in are the massive field no limit events. Okay, so we're up against these two guys. We don't need to continue with the hand. We're c-betting against one opponent pretty much 100% of the time. Heads up, we're c-betting against two guys. I just don't see us really getting through. Xenu, there's only been one, so this Saturday is going to be our number 2. If you missed it, go to YouTube and type out. Well, I'll just get the link for you guys really quick. Poker Clinic, Dutch Boyd.
For what, 5?
Yeah, let me pop the link in there for you. Sounds good, Obama. Obama is OP. We're going to go ahead and we'll be doing our next viewing party on Monday, and then we'll do another one on Thursday. We might start rolling out 2 of those a week. I love doing them, and I feel like, for me personally, I feel like I get better doing those viewing parties more than I get, than I feel my game improve playing, doing a let's play a tournament kind of thing. Okay, so we go ahead and raise it. Why does Be the Light make us... why do they make us do it? Why do they limp in the small blind? If he's setting us up for some big trap where he's going to shove... Okay, go ahead, buddy. But generally, if someone limps on the small blind and you're in the big blind, go ahead and fire out a bet. Just take it. You get through so often. And even when you don't get through, you're able to take the pre-flop aggression and play a pot in position. So make the raise. Chew the Walls, we've got a schedule coming up, and it's going to kind of depend on when we can get the guests, because what we're going to try to start doing, Chew the Walls, is get the actual winners and participants of the final table that we're going to be analyzing and breaking down to join us on the stream.
Doing Chew the Walls?
Yeah.
That's another question. So
Yeah.
The schedule that we made, are we just going to keep it or not? I mean, you still can do a viewing party on when did we say we were going to do it on Saturdays or
Thursday.
On Thursday,
Monday, and then we're going to do it on next Thursday. But the reason we're doing it next Thursday has more to do with when we can get V-Rob on the stream. We'll try to standardize our C-bet timing there. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Unspotted 99 asks, what did Unspotted ask? Looks like we had some help from the stream. What do you do when you're at a table with fish that are doing nothing but limping and calling? Stick around and outflop me. What do you do? That's basically, you're describing pretty much every 1-2 game in the world. I've been seeing a ton in cash, 5-cent, 10-cent cash games. If that changes your answer at all. Holy Duck gave you a link. Don't bluff them. They'll call any raise with any 2 cards. Here's a decent article. How to play against fish who doesn't something. Yeah, Rumpelsink, he was a character. I'll miss him. I'm sorry to see him go. And I haven't read that article, Unspotted, but I would assume that it pretty much would give you some good advice on how to play against guys who are pretty standard in the low limit, no limit games where, you know, their biggest mistake is going to be calling too much, so you don't bluff them. You value bet much thinner than you think would be even possible. And you keep the pot, you know, kind of small pre-flop because they're going to be gambling pre-flop. You know, play your big hands, of course. We'll go ahead and make a call here with King Queen suited against RJ and 4 U's under the gun raise. We like the under the gun raise there. And we're just done with the hand. Done with the hand. Come on, RJ and 4U. Make the value bet. You got it. Make the C bet, RJ and 4U. That is the right move.
Did you answer ads waffles? I told him that if we bought a waffle maker.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think he believes me.
No, it's true. It's true. After the stream last night, she was like, I'm in the mood for waffles. I was like, why? And she goes, every time I see that guy, ASD waffle, come on, I think, I want a waffle. We got to go get a waffle maker. I was like, okay, we'll get a waffle maker. She made Belgian waffles last night. So thank you for that ASD waffle. Yes. Damn you. And now I have a craving for waffles, he says. Damn you, woman. Oh, gosh.
I know. They're so good. Well, because the first time we had the waffles was that night when I had the chicken and waffles.
Yep. And it was way too expensive and nasty.
Well, it wasn't.
It's Blueberry Hill down over on Flamingo.
Make good waffles, but
oh, you guys.
It's a waffle
Chew the walls. Fist bump, man. Welcome to the crew. We're going to go ahead and ship you a DRM-free copy of Poker Tilt. It took me more than a year to write that. So look in your Twitch mailbox. It's just one of the hopefully many perks we can offer you as a subscriber. Thank you so much.
Who was that? Because for some reason Twitch is messing up and it's not putting the alerts up.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Which one? Who was it, please?
I'm looking. We lost it. Thanks so much for the for the subscribe, man, and check your inbox. We're having some issues with Twitch. For some reason, the notifications aren't coming up on the chat, but I really appreciate it, man. And if there's anything I can do for you, I'm here for you. You know, at $5, basically for $5, you are, that $5 that you're showing the support for the stream is buying you a triple bracelet winner as a poker mentor, poker coach. Anything I can do for you, please let me know. I'm here for you. Dutch@dutchboyd.com is my email. At DutchBoyd, you can DM me, direct message me on Twitter. And I'm here for you, man. So let's take a look. I'm going to go out into the Twitterverse. We've got another 1 minute before break. So let's take a look at what we've got.
I got a new waffle recipe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A new waffle recipe. Very nice.
That's what I'm going to eat.
Very nice. What was it that ASD waffle... Was he asking something?
Because I don't see it on my thing. Hold on.
Cooper, okay. You know what? I'll pull him out on the break. You got it.
It's probably going to take a minute.
Yes, chew the walls. Thank you, man. Chew the walls is who we have to send that out to.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, so chew the walls. Thanks again, and we're gonna go ahead and we'll be doing a lot more of the subscriber chat only viewing parties, the poker tells, like analysis, all that stuff. You subs are the reason we are here. You guys are awesome. Chew the walls. You're awesome. Welcome so much to all of our other subs. Really appreciate it. So we are on a break. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit more coffee, get some water.
Some more waffles right now.
We could make some more waffles right now. Please uninstall now. Thanks for joining the stream. Very appreciate it. It's very informative and fun, except when you're on tilt. But other than that, you're great. That's about right.
You should show 'em Dutch tilt.
And Charles Horse, sorry to re-ask, do you know Arnold Schneider? Have you ever read his book series, Tournament Poker Formula? It's on Cardozo Pub. No, I don't know Arnold Schneider personally. I've heard of his book, haven't read it. Yep, Mike, I completely agree with that. Ice hockey player, value bet, value bet, value bet is the only way to play against the fish. That's about right. You don't bluff. You value bet super thin hands that you wouldn't really think that you would get called with worse. You will get called with worse. So that's basically how you beat those low limit games against calling stations and fish. How comes you don't play cash games? Ask that Connor dude. Well, sometimes I do. I haven't streamed them, but we might stream a cash game. And yes, Bovada is where this keeps happening to me. Someone needs to make a screen name with the word sushi. Please know the last thing I need is think of sushi more. That's about right, Mike. Okay, I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Thanks, guys, so much for joining us. If you haven't yet, please click that follow button. Follow us on Twitter. we are back. We did miss a little bit here. Let me take a look at. We'll get the. I wonder what we missed. I think we missed one hand here. Looked like we had the old deuce 9 offsuit. Nope. I think we had queen jack suited.
Did you check out your lobby?
Yeah, I took off the lobby. We are off mute. Okay, Paul DeWald. Tough player here. We'll go ahead and fire out a half pot.
I just couldn't see it. I heard it, by the way, when you were gone.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who subscribed.
Oh man, did we miss somebody?
Yeah, I don't know who did. Shoot.
It's kind of awkward. Kind of awkward there with that king jack offsuit.
Awkward sub.
I'm sorry guys if you just subscribed, we missed it. We missed it. I think that we heard some sort of alert. We didn't see it though. I was away from the table. If you just subscribed, maybe you can like let us know so we can give you the shout out. I didn't see it. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, what do we think about this? We fire out the C bet. Probably should have taken a couple more seconds before we did it. What do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nothing. We've got nothing. So we fold. We will fold to his check raise. Frustrating. Very frustrating. There it is.
Here he goes.
Cybergasm. Oh man, I didn't even see it. I was away from the table. I feel so bad. Cybergasm. Welcome to the crew, man. Fist bump. Cybergasm. Welcome to the crew. We're gonna go ahead and ship you that poker tilt DRM free copy. Sorry that I was away when you. Yeah, I was away when you subbed, so I didn't see it. I feel really bad, but
no
you know,
more peeing for you, right?
Yeah, no more peeing. I'm never getting up from my chair again.
How do you spell cybergasm?
I think you spell it CYBORGAZM. Make this call. Why not? We've got Max 71 coming along with that min raise. We got Butters along for the ride. A little worried about maybe flip ace 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 shoving. You know, going for that squeeze play. But okay, this is good. We've got position on everybody. We've got some sort of hand. If Max 71 gives up the aggression, we probably would have fired out. Now we just get out of their way. So yeah, Cybergasm. Sorry that we missed you. I was away from the stream for 1 second. I can't tell you how much it means to me. I really can't. If it wasn't for guys like you, Cybergasm, and all the other subscribers here in chat, we wouldn't be doing it. We wouldn't be doing this. So thank you so much. Welcome to the crew. Thank you for your support. You're awesome. And if there's anything I can do for you, man, you just let me know. Dutch@dutchboy.com is my email. You can hit me up on Twitter anytime. And anytime you're rolling through Vegas, please let me know so I can, say thank you face to face. I'll buy you a beer and we'll talk some shop, tell some stories, learn a little bit about each other and ourselves. It'll be a good time. So thank you so much for your subscription and your support, buddy. Okay. Oh, Kona, that's huge. That's huge. I didn't notice. PLO, man. We Hold'em's lost a lot of players to PLO. It's definitely a more complicated game in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, they're both about the same, but there's a lot less information out there about PLO. So players tend to play a lot more spewy, and you don't have the same kind of dominating positions pre-flop as you do in Hold'em. So it makes pre-flop mistakes don't really exist in PLO. What tends to happen though is people overvalue their second nut and third nut hands and end up losing their whole stack. Dead Money, nice job. Just won a seat on Real Gaming for the Beer Fest free roll on Fremont. Nice job, Dead Money. Congratulations. Yeah, Connor, tell your dad congratulations for me. Dodgy, if you are in chat chilling out with us, congrats, buddy. Hopefully you come back to, to hold him. Don't go to the dark side. Don't go to PLO. Come back, but definitely congratulations for the win and for the score. It's nice to have that early success. It's kind of interesting. I feel like a lot of poker careers started with I won the very first tournament I played, because it's that first taste that it really, it's like a drug, man. All of a sudden you start thinking, oh, well, PLO, easy game. One thing, Connor and Dodgy, if you're listening, one thing I would definitely suggest, there's a couple of really good books on PLO by a guy named Jeff Wong. And I can't recommend those books enough. If you are really going to try to make it in the transition from No Limit Hold'em to Pot Limit Omaha, check out the Jeff Wong books. They're so informative, so important. Go ahead and make the call here, see what we get. 6-3 king, not horrible, not a horrible flop. We've got outs, and that's our out right there. So let's fire out a half pot bet. Hope that Paul DeWald has a monster hand. Okay.
Oh yeah, where are your bracelets? I forgot. I think I told you.
That's right. That's right. We said that we were going to get them out.
Yeah. Do you know where they?
We don't have enough. I don't think we have enough time to go down to the pawn shop.
I don't know. Do you have cash? Are they up here?
Freddie Von 420. I don't think that actually works. I don't think that you can sell ebooks on Amazon. But if you sub, it is DRM free, so you can certainly give it to anybody you want. But you can't sell it, or we'll sue you. So let's take a look. E Jordan 418. E Jordan 418 fist bump, man. Thank you for the sub. Let me go ahead and you are awesome. Thanks so much for supporting the stream. Once again, we are going to give you that first sub perk, that first taste of subscription benefit that you won't get in other places. We're going to give you that DRM free link to Poker Tilt. You know what else I'm going to do for you guys? I'm working on Poker Tells, the strategy side of what Poker Tilt was supposed to be. Instead of Poker Tilt, basically ended up being the bio, right? But I'm working on Poker Tells, and I'm gonna send you guys, the subscribers. I'm gonna start sending you guys chapters of Poker Tells as I get them finished. So you guys are gonna get kind of the sneak preview. Also, keep in mind, E Jordan, all of you other guys, Jordan, and all of you other subscribers, make sure to join us for these viewing parties. For me personally, nothing really gets my game, through whatever wall I'm at, better than breaking down and analyzing those live streams. So be sure to check out our viewing parties and our poker clinic this Saturday. I'm not sure what the topic's going to be. I might send you all a little survey and ask you guys what you would want the topic to be for the poker clinic on Saturday. Kind of going back and forth between things like Bayes' theorem and kind of I don't know. I'm going through back and forth between a couple of different topics.
Should we show any of them?
Need to do a show and tell just yet.
I don't know how to close these.
Let's see. What do we got? 2014 was a good year for the bracelet. Go ahead and make it 1100 here. Okay. Yeah, this one isn't really for the.
Am I switching them off?
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
And we got flip ace ace, just over shoving as usual with the ace king off suit. And do we see the 6? Do we see the jack?
Did you win? Oh no. Sorry.
Yeah, you like that one, Anaconda? Dutch tilt. Hopefully we don't use it tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and re-raise him 2500 sounds about right. 2.5x. Definitely better than what we think Butters has and what he's showing up to the party with. If he shoves, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to love it if he shoves, but we're not going anywhere. I might check out those books, RTK Abudo. So, yeah, I feel like Gobo Boy should stream. And Gobo Boy plays a lot of other games besides poker, too. He's talking about doing some Dota, League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth type training stuff. He's got some sort of, I think, what is it, Pro Gamers Academy that he's been working up for about a year, which is basically going to be kind of like a training site for some of these other esport games.
What was the sub's name, honey? Because it was it E?
E Jordan 418.
Jordan 418. Because I don't see him in the chat. That's why E Jordan 418. Okay. Copy. 418.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check out this gambling-system.biz. Is this are we pirating books here? is this what's going on? Yeah.
You
can't really put that up there.
Yeah, but I don't know how you would take that down.
You can't do that. No.
Well, you can send it to somebody privately, I suppose, but we can't, like...
Hate to do it.
Can you
Yeah.
just time them out?
Yeah, sorry, Boyd.
And then
Crowder.
untime
Gotta, can't put up piracy links in the chat.
them. There, I unbanned him.
Yeah, I didn't ban him.
I unbanned him, though.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
unchatted
you unmuted him.
I unmuted him.
Okay, good.
But the chat's still there.
Yeah, we can't put up links to the PDF versions of these things.
Yeah, but we can put up. I mean, we can have the ship. That's all we can have.
We can have the ship. We can have the ship. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, we have the ship.
I've talked about my stance on intellectual property rights before, but you know,
we don't want to get kicked off of the TOS.
I'm sure it's going to be against the Twitch terms of service, and you know, for your protection, Boyd Crowder, as well as for ours, we can't really link out to pirated versions of like Jeff Huang's book or Let There Be Range. I'm a DEA fart. XML. When are you guys getting married? When we have 50,000 follows. When we have 50,000 follows, we'll get married.
50,000. Yeah. Somebody wants to know which one didn't have the diamonds in it. We should show them.
You can do your part.
They want to see.
Which one's?
This
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh yeah. Because I wrote about it in my book.
Yeah, you should wrote it. So people that. Yeah, you should show.
Fucked up my bracelet. You want to see
And
how I fucked up my
smaller.
bracelet? Here it is. Let me get
Not to
the.
look it up.
Let me get
Or
it.
anybody.
If you see right there, the P and the R are missing those little diamonds right there on the bottom, right? The bottom P and the bottom R diamond. Yeah, that's life lesson number. What was it? Don't fuck up your bracelet to impress a girl. What was that? Oh, no, no, chips are us. You can't open limp. You can't open limp here. We're going to go ahead and give that player note a bony fish right there. Open limping is just not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and make it 1,300 plus a 1,200. Did we do that right? So we're making it 1,300 plus the open limps. Yeah, that's right. We'll go ahead and take the pre-flop aggression from these guys. Let's take a look. I think it's after we give Mikey the chimp the bracelet to wear at the party, at the bluff party.
Big dog's in the house.
Big dog?
That's what it says. We got big dog.
Oh, Big Dog Pocket Fives. Good to see you, man. Very, very good to see you. I was looking for your stream today. I didn't see you streaming, but always a pleasure to have you come by. Thanks for stopping by, man. And for all of you guys, if you haven't checked out Tournament Poker Edge, check it out. It is Big Dog Pocket Five's own site, and it is one of the best places out there where you can go and learn and get better at poker. So when we're done with this stream, don't go yet. Just when we're done there, go ahead and check out Tournament Poker Edge. Wow. So Skelly Factor, we'll go ahead and fire out the same amount that we opened with, at 2,500. Queen 6 offsuit, not a great flop, not a great hand, but it's a pretty good flop for Queen 6. Wow, look at him just over shove. Let's just go ahead and shove here. Wow, guys. I don't know. This is a tough one. I kind of feel like, I mean, maybe he has aces or kings. It could easily happen. Feels more like a combo draw. What would you do? What would you do, Big Dog? We're going to go ahead and make the call, you guys. I just feel like we're ahead here. I think he has, at best, a combo draw, maybe even jacks or tens. So let's do it. Yeah. Hold. God damn. And that's going to be it. Very frustrating. We get it in. We're not exactly a huge favorite there. We are basically flipping against his flush draw and overcards, and we missed the flip. So back to the drawing board. We're going to go ahead and get into another tournament. It's very frustrating. That was, I think that was for the chip lead, too. God, it sucks. Always sucks to lose. But we're going to jump into this 1250 guarantee right now. Let me go ahead and load it up for you guys. Sorry that we don't have a... sorry that we... God, it sucks. I hate losing those flips. Okay, there we are. What were we anyway, guys? How big of a dog are we there? I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're not the favorite with our pair of queens against ace king of hearts. Let's take a look. It was 10K. What was it? 12K in the pot, dead money when we made the call off. So we're getting like somewhere around 1.5 to 1. And I'm going to tell you what we were here. We're going to pop it into the. We'll pop that into the poker stove. We got ace king suited against our own queen 6 offsuit. I don't think we had any blockers. And then we had the queen, we had the 8, and we had the 5. So 46% to his 53%. We really hate calling off of our chips, calling all of our chips off in that spot. It felt like we were ahead. And it felt like he had either some sort of draw, like what he ended up with, or I also thought there was a decent chance he had 9s or 10s or jacks, and if those, or like 7s or 3s, and was just kind of putting us on the ace king. I don't know. If we could rewind, do we play it any different? I mean, not really. If he turns over his hand, and we know what he's got, then we're making the call. And we're not going to give up our C bet, so I don't feel bad about the way we played it. I feel bad about the way it ended. That turn was pretty brutal. Okay, so we'll go ahead and back to the drawing board. God. Poker is so frustrating, you guys. Truly is just so frustrating. Here it comes. We're going to use the new emoticon. I'm going to listen to it too, guys.
I mean, maybe he has aces or kings. It could easily happen. Feels more like a combo draw. What would you do? What would you do, big dog?
Turning the nines into kind of a set mine, I guess.
We're going to go ahead and make the call, you guys. I just feel like we're ahead here. I think he has, at best, a combo draw, maybe even jacks or tens. So let's do it. Yeah. Hold! God damn. And that's going to be it. Very frustrating. We get it in. We're not exactly a huge favorite there. We are...
Look at that. That's not as bad, really, of a beat as it looks like with the nines against the aces. I mean, we did have those 6 outs twice. Not looking good there, though. Okay, guys. I agree, big dog. I think it's a call. It's a call. It's kind of frustrating when we put ourselves in a position where he can kind of make it awkward for us. But he doesn't really have a good spot either. He either just shoves there with his overcards and a flush draw, or, I mean, when he calls, it's going to be hard for him to get his money in on the, he can easily get bet off of his hand on the turn. He's definitely, he's definitely rooting for a fold. So, big dog stand up.
Big dog didn't say anything?
Or? He said he thought it was a good call. You know what? I like that. I like that one. Big dog, when's the next time you're...
He said he's coming on Saturday.
He's going to stream on Saturday?
He has his kid this week.
Okay.
Yeah, you can ask him again. I mean, it was up here. He said he's going to stream on, I think it was Saturday, Friday. What did he say?
Well, we're going to be coming in, big dog. We're going to go ahead and get that. The next time you're streaming, I want to know, because I'm going to come in and get that emoticon.
Yeah.
Maybe get a little shout out on your
cool.
stream.
Stand-up hype.
I know it is cool, right?
I like that.
Yeah, we're coming to
Can
get
I
him.
get it too?
Hell yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
Of course you can.
Yay! Oh, he's only been off 3 days. So he's going to be streaming Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Okay, so we're streaming on Saturday and Sunday, but if you're streaming before we are or after we are, we'll come into the stream.
I can still sub.
Yeah, I mean, we could sub right now, but I want the shout out.
Okay.
I want all the benefits of a Big Dog subscriber, including the shout out. So we subbed to Staples today, and I felt a little disappointed because the shout out was kind of weak. I was like, oh man. We're expecting big things when we come and sub, Big Dog.
I want you to stand up.
Yep.
And hype it.
Hype it up. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for the input, JK. Turns out you're wrong, since he had ace king suited, but I think you made the wrong call, says JQIP. He could have easily called with an ace queen. That's what I put him on. Thanks for the input. Turns out you're wrong, since he had ace king suited. but you're also right, since his king hit the turn, we should have folded.
And you're losing. Oh wow! Look, but you got the nines there.
Yeah, I know.
Well.
It's like, that's the suck that we want with the queen. 6, not with the 9s, but it's okay. You know what? We're having a good time, feeling very good, feeling like it's gonna be a good day. We've been really running very well on WSOP.com. So
justice is served.
How did he win that? Did he just river a 9? Yes, I did just river a 9. I had a 9 or an 8, cracked those aces. Do I feel bad about it? No, I don't feel bad about it. Thank you, Liquid Nails. We're going to have to do some sound drops. Can you do sound drops on Twitch? Is that okay?
What's a sound drop, babe?
Like getting the Bruce Willis sound drop from Pulp Fiction when he's like, "And you want to know how I feel about it? I don't feel the least bit bad about it." Well, Matty Matt, I think that we also, if I remember the hand right, we also had some outs, right, for like a backdoor flush. We gotta count those, or were we up? No, we didn't have those outs. So we had chop outs. It could have come a runner for a straight that we both make. Let's go ahead and make the call here.
The best. What is this? I can't understand this person.
I'll tell you what that is. I know what that is.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I see it, and I know exactly what it is too.
What is it?
That is letting his autocomplete complete the words without actually doing anything. So it's just letting his autocomplete on his phone, space, 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 space. Go ahead and letting the autocomplete AI say what it thinks he wants to say when he's not saying anything.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's what that is. Maybe
you try to do that one day with
yep.
on the phone?
I've made long running run on sentences like that before.
What is he talking about though?
He's not talking about anything. He's just popping in a long stream of AI consciousness. That is what the best 83835 is. She is gorgeous. Eximois is gorgeous. We should get an Eximois image that's not of the facepalm. Okay, so we go ahead and make the raise here. 3x big blind. We'll go ahead and go for it. We can almost make a 3.5x at this point. Oh, you guys, look at this. You guys. Freddie Vaughn 420. Fist bump, buddy. Welcome to the crew. Thank you so much. We'll make the call. Thanks so much for subscribing, Freddie. We're going to go ahead and ship you that DRM-free copy of Poker Tilt. Look into your look in your Twitch mailbox for that. I can't tell you how much it means to me. These the subscriptions are why we can do what we're doing. All of you viewers, I appreciate you guys being here too. You viewers who are just kind of sitting back, enjoying the content, enjoying the stream. We wouldn't be here without you guys if there was no one watching. And if you haven't clicked the follow button, please do. But for the guys who actually say, you know what, I'm going to support this stream with a subscription, I can't tell you how much it means to me. I really appreciate it because it's very hard. It's very hard to do this, and it's very hard to, it's hard to convince people to actually say, you know what, I'm gonna pay for something that we kind of could get for free. So Freddie, I mean this when I say I'm really going to try to make that subscription as valuable to you as possible. I think that you're awesome for supporting the content. Thank you for supporting the stream, all of you subs. Anything I can do for you, please do let me know. Email me, dutch@dutchboyd.com. I try to get to them, and I've missed a few of them. I know I've missed a few of them. We've got, you know what I'm going to do right now, JD? I feel bad for not, for not actually for letting yours slip through. I haven't responded to it yet, so I'm gonna We should just sit out. We'll just sit out and take a look at your email. No, it's not in us to do it. It's not in us to sit out. Let's see. Okay, it's just, it is, let's see. It is long.
It's a long email? Long
it is.
survey?
The subject line of the email was, it's long, I know. Sorry in advance. That's right. I told Todd that too, Justin. I said, one of my subs said, when I see you, I need to punch you in the nose. And then I punched him right smack in the nose. So that was for you, Justin. Oh, man. And, hey, if you're playing tomorrow on Friday, I would definitely give a shout-out. Let me know if you're still watching, JD.
Okay, something's wrong with Twitch, because I opened several windows to send this book out, and it's not.
No, something's definitely wrong. We are having some issues with Twitch, Freddie Vaughn, and all the new guys. Bobby Big Buy-in. What does it feel like to kill a man? I didn't feel the least bit bad about it. We need that line for the bust outs. I don't know what the law is for using those kind of sound drops, but I think it'd be pretty fun. And Severe server of Booze 12 about adjusting your game to the meta game. You absolutely have to adjust your game. This is something that we've done in the past when like we'd make kind of a light raise against Butters, and then he 3-bet shoves into us. We called quite a bit lighter in those types of situations where we're against regulars that we know we're going to be playing in the future, so that they realize they don't have as much fold equity against us as they think that they do. So that's just one example of something that we've done actually on the stream on here on WSOP.com. You definitely have to play the metagame. You know, when you're but really the metagame is more about like playing the players over a long period of time, not a specific tournament, right? So when people talk about metagame, they're not really talking about, you know, in a tournament where everyone is playing aggressively, play more passively, and trap more. That's not really, you know, at least when I talk about the metagame and I hear other pros talk about the metagame, they're talking more about the very long-term game of poker. They're talking more about playing with the same opponents over the course of a lifetime career at the tables. Yeah, Crouching Goat, the other tournament. Down in flames. It sucked.
What happened? Are we out?
No, we're still in.
Oh, something sucked. You know what? It's not working every time I email someone.
Freddie Vaughn 420.
Every time I email somebody, it's saying something isn't working properly. Thanks for your patience while we identify and resolve the issue.
Yeah, so guys, all the new subscribers
so
tonight.
Email me.
We're having issues with Twitch. It's not us. It's not you. It's Twitch. Twitch has been having issues all day. I was having problems getting on other people's streams and watching them. Now we're having issues emailing you guys as subscribers. So if you're in a real hurry and you're a new subscriber, if you're in a real hurry to get the DRM free copy of the book, you can email me, Dutch@DutchBoy.com. Otherwise, just stick it out, and we'll be getting you that link as soon as we can. And I'm probably going to be sending you all subs out a little bit of a survey here in the next couple of days to figure out, you know, things like scheduling, things like formatting of the show. So keep your eyes on there. And if we if for some reason you fell through the cracks, you didn't get the link to the ebook, we'll send it at the bottom of that email too. So you know, thanks again for joining us, guys. Basher says, can you discuss what dynamics change bubble play in a triple up sit and go? Top 3 spots of 9 pay the same. Thanks, Dutch. Well, Basher, I think that one of the big dynamics that's going to change is in that kind of spot where third pays the same as second, pays the same as first. I mean, it's basically going to be the kind of like a mini super satellite, where what's going to change is if you find yourself, let's say that there's 4 players left, right? And if you find yourself in that 4th spot, the right stack to be going against in that spot is going to be the bigger stack. You don't want to be going after, you know, 3rd and 2nd. You want to be going after the guy who feels like he's got the money wrapped up. Once someone feels like they can fold their way into the money, and the money's going to be the same between 1st and 11th or 12th or 3rd or whatever it is, once you have a guy who feels like they can fold their way into the money, that's the stack you want to attack. As long as you have enough chips where you are going to be able to shatter that illusion if he loses, then he's going to look down even at his best hands, aces and kings. He's going to think, why would I play this when I have a 100% chance of making the money? A lot of times in those super satellite situations where it pays 16 and all 16 pay the same, and you're on the bubble and there's 17 players left, and you've got a stack where it's big enough where you can just glide into the money. But if you lose a big hand against the guy in 17th place, you're not going to be able to glide anymore. Well, if that guy in 17th place then shoves against your big blind in the small blind, and you look down and you've got aces or kings, oftentimes it's right to just fold. It feels wrong, but it's very right when you consider the ICM and you consider the fact that the way those situations should work out is everybody basically has the same chip stack at the end. So you really need to attack. And how it ends up working is people think that they can fold their way to the money much earlier than they actually can. So that's really how it changes, man. 609. Your stream is great, Dutch. I come from mostly viewing video game streams, and you have great interaction. Class act. Thanks, 609. 609. That sounds like an area code. Let me see really quick. 609 area code. State of New Jersey, right? So I'm going to guess that you are from the state of New Jersey, 609. Thank you for joining us. And Tequila Man, I don't know who that is, Double Gutter. Plus, please uninstall now. May I see the lobby, please? May I see the lobby, please? Such a polite way of asking that. Yes, you can. I'll put the info up for you, and then I'll open up the lobby. Let's go ahead and add it. Screen capture, open it up. Really, I need to master this XSplit so that I can actually put together different scenes. But here is the lobby. We are 14th, and shoot. We are going to play this very, very interesting hand in the big blind. We got a free look from EP Lefty. EP Lefty would normally get a bony fish here. It's wrong to open limp in tournaments and give guys like me a free shot. But since the Andes haven't hit, we're not going to give him the bony fish just yet. It's a mistake. I still think it's a mistake, but it's not as big of a mistake this early on. Crouching Goat, yeah, we're going to be streaming pretty much every day. We're going to be streaming pretty much every day until the World Series of Poker. We're taking Tuesdays off. Can we get value out of this? Can we value bet this? I feel like we can. I feel like sometimes we get called with worse here. We're definitely not going to call a raise, but I feel like we get called with worse. So.
Jesus, is your website down too? Hold on.
No.
I'm looking right now. I can't. It's not resolving for me.
Yeah, it's not resolving for me either.
Okay. Okay. Let me.
Is yours down?
Okay.
Is it all of our hosting? It must be all of our hosting because yours isn't coming up either. You guys. What a disaster. What a disaster. Oh, Double Gutter, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a disaster, and now everything's turned around, and it's good. It's good again. Double Gutter, welcome to the crew. I can't tell you how much it means to me, man. Can't tell you how much it means. Let me go ahead and give you the warm welcome here. There we are. Fist bump. Welcome to the crew, Double Gutter. Check your mailbox. We're gonna get that out to you here the next day or two. We're having issues with Twitch, but check your mailbox. You're gonna get that DRM free copy of Poker Tilt. 300 pages. A lot of people here in chat have read it. Hopefully, most of them have liked it, and hopefully you like it too. Hopefully you get a chance to give it a read on your iPad, your Kindle, your Nook. Just one of the many subscriber perks that we are offering to you free to make your subscription feel like a better value. And I'm always here for you. Anytime you have a question about poker, please let me know. And I'm going to try to get to it. So yeah. Okay, so back to JD Cole. If you're still here, I'm going to go ahead and be streaming on Friday, so let me know if there's anything specific that you want me to say to your group, and I will. Just come on and let me know. Pikes Peak Poker Gang. Sounds like a good group of guys, man. It really does. That's one thing about living here in Vegas is you don't really have the whole the kinship and the home games that you have back in jurisdictions where you can't just walk, like walk to the Strip and walk into the Bellagio, walk into Aria. I kind of miss those home games back in Missouri. Pikes Peak Poker Gang. I like it. We're gonna go ahead and try to make that over at the Hard Rock with you, JD. What do you got, Rich 757? Hi, Dutch. Hello, Rich. Good to see you. 757. The site is?
Yeah.
Thank God. Bobby
Okay,
Big
back up. I don't know
buy-in.
what the hell that was. What the heck that was? Okay.
That's such
All right.
it's such a good line. Such a
Oh,
good
okay.
line.
Which one is for the Kindle? He wants to know which one is for the Kindle when they go to the link. Do you know which one it is? In your index boxes, is it EPUB, Mobi, or PDF for Kindle?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's EPUB for Kindle.
I feel the least bit bad about it. I feel the least bit bad.
I gotta get that MP3 going for a little sound drop. I guess
Are
the first
you
one.
gonna? You might get in trouble.
Soundboard it up,
Ooh,
Examo.
I'm telling. Hey, could you please tell me who the last subscriber was? Because I was busy with figuring out.
Yeah, the last subscriber was Double Gutter.
Double Gutter?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me make sure here. It was pretty awesome. Guys, you subscribers are the absolute best. I swear, man. We wouldn't be here without you. We really wouldn't. We wouldn't be here without you. There's just no way that we'd be here chilling out and doing the stream if you weren't showing your support by actually pulling out your wallet. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. This is the dream, really. I would love to be able to just be able to
LOL.
stream stuff like the viewing parties, like the tournament play-by-plays, the poker clinics, do those kind of streams with you guys and not have to sweat so much about trying to win at poker. It'd be much easier to be a professional poker player if you didn't actually have to beat the game. It's a stressful road, guys. It really is. And when you see you see the meltdowns, and they're small, they're small events, but it just always hurts. It always hurts. It doesn't matter because you're looking at it's like you leave $200 at the table or you leave $200,000 at the table. It just hurts to lose. Very hard emotionally to play this game for a living. It really is. So for those about to grind, we salute you. CWS Michigan, man. Thanks for joining us on the stream, CWS. And JD Cole, no, this is the second tournament. The $10, $12.50 guaranteed. The first tournament we played tonight went down in flames when we had top pair against overcards and a flush draw, and we decided to take the gamble when we got check raised all in. Okay, good, Freddie Vaughn. I hope that you enjoy the read. I hope you get a chance to actually read it, Freddie. And so, JD, I was reading your email. So the Pikes Peak Poker Gang tomorrow. If you want me to say some stuff on the stream, JD, I would be happy to. Just shoot me a DM on Twitter or shoot me a line on Dutch at Dutch Boyd, and I'll say it. I'm gonna try to make it over there in June 11th. I did punch Todd Brayfogle right in the nose for you. I explained to him that it was for you, and so he didn't. He understood. He took it like a champ, and I actually think Todd was okay. He seemed okay. It was the first time I met him out there in running aces. Let's see. And as far as the other stuff, let's talk about it when you get here in Vegas. Of course, I would be happy to help you any way that I can. So, let me finish reading it. Wow, guys, look at this. We actually get the donk lead here. Okay, so let's go ahead and raise him. Let's just go ahead and get him to put the rest of his stack in, and hopefully we're looking at a spot like that. Well played, Deluxe. Well played. Okay, so Kindle is Moby, Apple is EPUB, Nook is Open. Thank you for clearing it up, Rumplesink.
Can you write that down for me so I can know? We should put that on a post-it note. Maybe you should put that in your frequently asked questions, or maybe in that link you should say.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, we'll go ahead and see a flop with this too. The old Queen Jack suited. We'll see how it works out.
Now the message we're sending.
Okay, finishing up your email here, JD. It was a long email. It was a long email. I'm trying to read it between hands. So yeah, Justin, I'll go ahead and I'll take the assessment. You got it. I'll take that psychological assessment, the arch profile, and we'll see how we measure up. I'm a little bit worried about taking it, to tell you the truth. Haven't had an IQ test since I was 6, and I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want it to come down, back like, oh, 70. No. It reminds me of a. Let me take a look here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a source here. Where is that? I don't feel the least bit bad about it. Where did we put that? Here we are.
I don't feel the least bit bad about it.
Are you gonna use that?
It's pretty funny.
Jeez.
I don't feel the least bit bad about it.
Does that come through? I think I figured out how to do it.
It sounds kind of distorted to me, but
It's not distorted. That's Bruce Willis.
oh.
That's Bruce Willis, baby. Cycling Guy says, I won a $500 Super Sat ticket to the ACR 1 million guarantee this weekend. 2-hour bubble. Wow. Wow. Hey, Cycling Guy, good luck in that, man. How cool would it be? I would love to see you take something like that down. $1 million guarantee. What would that be for first? Like, close to $200,000. That is life-changing money. Good luck in that, Cycling Guy. Play good. Make the right moves. Make the right moves. So Jeremy Armstrong asks, Dutch Boy, I'd love the stream. What do you think of Todd Dandruff? You know what? I think I'm followed the wrong Haley Jack, Jeremy Armstrong. I think I didn't put that I, so there's some girl in New York that just got a follow from me. I love Dandruff. I think I don't actually listen to his radio show these days. I used to listen to Donk Down all the time. Used to listen to Never Win when he was part of that. And he's definitely for the players. I'm a big fan of him. Let's take a look at what we've got more. Kind of been ignoring the Twitters, but Mike Ferreira, Mike DeStack asks, at Dutch Boyd, what does someone need to accomplish to be able to call themselves a professional poker player? Mike, that's pretty simple. All you need to do to be, to call yourself a professional poker player is not have, is to basically support yourself with poker winnings. That's it. That's it. And if you don't have a job and you are able to still pay rent without your net, worth going down every month, and you're just making money playing poker, then you can call yourself a pro. That really is the only thing. There's no other qualification. And it's kind of interesting because a lot of pro poker players actually aren't beating the game. They are just living off of some sort of outside source of income, outside life savings. They fool themselves into thinking that they are. It's kind of sad. You actually also see some pro poker players who I don't think beat the game, but they're able to get their money together by poker related type stuff, sponsorship deals, coaching. And I don't know if I would really call them pros. I guess so though. I guess that's a pro. They're a pro poker player. If your income's coming from like writing poker books, and you're not actually beating the game, but you've written like 20 poker books and published like 30 poker books, can you say you're a professional poker player? I guess so. But there's not like a test. We don't have dues to pay, Mike. And really, if someone calls themselves a professional poker player, there's not really going to be a lot of people who are going to argue with them. Yeah, JD, I'll come by June 11th to the Hard Rock if I'm not in a tournament. I'd be happy to do that. So, Crouching Goat, first off, I would say if you're trying to get better at poker, I don't necessarily think that Poker Tilt, my own book, is going to do it. I don't think that, it's not really a strategy book. There are some little strategy nuggets in there. It's more of a bio. There's definitely like life tips in there and things that I learned the hard way.
Are you talking about the particular books outside of your own?
I am.
You should recommend Ship It Hollow Ballas. You really like that book.
I did like that book.
I mean, that's like outside of your book, and I feel like it.
But it's not a strategy book.
He asked about strategy book. He asked about a book about what speaks to you the most.
Who do you recommend? Do you recommend a particular book? Yeah, I'd recommend Ship It Hollow Ballas. I'd recommend Raising Pot with Pocket Queens when you're in the big blind. I would recommend The Moneymaker Effect. That was a good book. But as far as strategy books go, check out pokerbooks.com. I'm going to try to put up a list of books for you all. We're done with this hand, you guys. We made the pot size bet, thinking that we'd maybe be able to get everybody to just fold, or maybe beef up the pot a little bit and hope for a favorable flop. A favorable flop when you've got pocket queens is not ace 4-4. We don't really have a lot of outs here. Maybe we're ahead. Maybe we're ahead. We're not going to go for a value bet here. We're just going to go ahead and check and probably fold. What do you think of EP Lefty open limping so much at Dutch Boyd? It masks the strength of his hand. I don't like open limps. EP Lefty 15 is going to get pretty close. He's going to get a bony fish once he keeps on open limping. I don't like the open limp. I don't think that's good at all. It doesn't matter if he has a strong hand that he's trying to conceal. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9-1 plus implied odds. Let's go ahead and take a flop. Not really a great flop, and it's not really a lot of great flops with Jack 2 offsuit, but we're still going to take it. 9-1 plus implied odds. By the way, I remembered what that flag was. Lucky 28 has. That's Kiribati. Kiribati. It's off of. It's like in the Pacific Islands. Really small. Something like less than 100,000 people are there. So that is that flag. I think it's a really nice flag. I do like the Gus Hansen book. The Every Hand Revealed is a good poker book. I like the Jonathan Little books. Definitely Super System. If you haven't read that, that's pretty much the greatest poker book ever written, besides Poker Till. No, not really. We've got the new ones that were published last year. The Mormon book is pretty good. Strategy books. I'll tell you what. The mixed game book, if Crouching Goat, if you want to get by Ken Lowe, A Poker Player's Guide to Mixed Games. I was really pretty impressed with that one too. Learned a lot about games like Badoogie that I didn't know. You know, like for example, do you know what the odds of getting dealt a Pat Badoogie are? You will if you read that book, Ken Lowe. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. 6%. But this is what blew my mind in Badoogie, right? Did you know that of all the Pat Badoogies that are dealt, 55% of them are a king high or a queen high Badoogie? What? How would you even know that? Oh, wow. Ken Lowe. That is a good book. I would definitely recommend it if you want to learn about other games, especially the newer games that have no information out there, like Badoogie, Badoosie, Badacy, Triple Draw, Lowball, those kind of games. Pick up the Ken Lowe book, a Poker Player's Guide to Mixed Games. That's one that I would definitely recommend. That came out last year. I would also, Crouching Goat, I would recommend the Tells books, in particular the Zachary Elwood books. Navarro was great, Mike Caro was great, but the Zachary Elwood books kind of brings it to a new level. So we took the add-on. Arasek, good to see you. Matt Cook, good to see you. All of you guys, thank you so much for joining us here on the stream. Brett says Dutch Boyd is better than Phil Ivory. I bet you're right. I've never heard of Phil Ivory, so I bet that I could probably play better than him. Phil Ivey? No, sadly no. Sadly no. But maybe one day, if I keep on getting better and working at my game every summer, you're really only as good. You're only as good as as the last tournament you played. So. Okay, Matt Cook, thank you so much for joining us on the stream. See you later. Okay, we're going to be right back, guys. 3 minutes, and we will be right back. And we're back. I don't know. You know what? I think that there's been some people who have written 20 poker books. I think that if we went on Amazon, like who is the most prolific poker writer? I don't know. I think that you're probably going to see some, especially like those little, like the small ones, like how to play Hold'em, how to play, you know, Raz, how to play tournaments.
Poker for Dummies, guys. That's the best book.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a Pokers for Dummies?
There is, and actually it's not bad.
Yeah. Poker
I think
for
it's
Dummies.
Lou Krieger. I think Lou Krieger wrote it, and it's actually not bad at all.
That's pretty funny. Come on, that's awesome. Poker for Dummies.
Let me see. Poker for Dummies was, yeah, who wrote Poker for Dummies? Yeah, Lou Krieger. It was actually not a bad book.
I haven't read it.
It's pretty decent.
So, Dutch, serious question though. We need to get on this treat stream. Feed, support, and watch. Go to treatstream.com.
Who's suggesting this? Who's saying that we need to...
a guy named Sammy yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. And it's just, yeah. I think it's awesome.
Treat Stream, where they buy us dinner.
Yeah, but I don't want people to know our address. It's the thing.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think you say, okay, send your pizza to 123 Amazon Drive.
You tell your people to go to Twitch Stream to buy you food. They buy you food, the streamer, and they have your address in their files.
Right.
And then you get food. You would probably be swimming in pizzas by now.
Oh man, that is the best type of pool, a pizza pool. I would love to have it. If I was like Scrooge McDuck, instead of having like all like my money in a big vault like him and just swim around, I'd get like a pizza vault, just swim around. Just swim around in it. It's so gross. Oh gosh.
Cold pizza. We're really.
I don't know. So we would be making it 3x. So we're going to make it 3x plus the open limp. And look at this, guys. We are past the rebuy add-on period. We're not going to put here fish 91. We're not going to give them a bony fish just yet. But as soon as when people start limping, when people start limping when the antes hit, they get the bony fish. I think it's a mistake. Even at this stage, even at this point, I think it's a mistake for Herefish 91 to go ahead and limp. But okay, so what do we think here? Herefish 91, really, you're just gonna slow play it. You're gonna give a really, really quick check raise. Okay, we'll go ahead and call. I don't really like how it's going, you guys. Do we try to pot control it? Or do we think that ace-queen offsuit is the best hand and fire out? That's what we're going to do. We're going to say ace-queen offsuit is the best hand here. We are firing out. He goes for the second check raise. You got it, buddy. You got it. I just don't think that we're ahead here, you guys. I think that we are well behind. I think that he was doing some sort of stupid slow play, which is very lame because he would have gotten the double up had he just raised his hand. We probably would have at least called, maybe re-raised, and then when he fires out of the pot on the flop, we probably would have raised him, and then he could have check raised us on the turn and got us to really come in here. But I just don't see us ever really being ahead at this point, so we'll just fold. King Jack off suit. This is going to be a raise. Make it that 3x. Well, Bleether, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Doyle won a bracelet even pretty late. And even to this day, yeah, this is going to be a call. We don't love it, but we're hoping for something like that. Go ahead and check raise to him, I suppose. J Price 199 making a quick check behind, giving up the C bet. Nobler Than You says, glad to see your bald head again, man. I wish that I didn't have it. I wish that I had a full mane of hair. I had such beautiful hair as a child. Oh God! If I win this tournament, how much is this tournament? $567 for first. How much are hair plugs? Hair plugs. Average cost. Let's see how much a hair plug, a hair transplant average cost is going to cost. What? WebMD says $4,000 to $15,000. That's a lot of $10 tournaments, guys. That's a lot of $10 tournaments. Well, the good news is it says the procedure is rarely covered by insurance. Could you imagine someone like trying to get hair plugs and get their insurance to pay for that? They're like, oh, I really need this. Guys, this is it's a matter of life and death. My hair is my life. Oh, man. Okay, let's go to the Twitterverse, you guys. This is kind of taking a step backwards, this tournament. I feel like 14,000, it's not really where we want to be here. It feels so short, doesn't it? It's kind of funny. I mean, we're sitting here with 70 big blinds in 2 minutes. But 72 big blinds, it feels like we're just short. It's so weird. I would say this is actually kind of an interesting point. One of the big... One of the most important things in no limit hold'em tournaments is looking down at your stack and recognizing that you're not short, even though sometimes it feels like you're short. I can't tell you how often I see this when a guy will have a huge stack, you know, like a guy like Lucky 28 over here with 40,000. He's sitting here with just 200 big blinds deep, and let's say he loses a big pot and he's back down to 14,000. It's so easy for him to feel like he's short stacked, to look down at like a big stack, 70 big blinds, and feel like, oh, I got to get it all back right away.
People don't like that ace queen fold.
That's okay. If you want,
How dare you?
I'm not sorry about it. I think that ace queen was a good fold. A double check raise. I mean, a check raise on the turn. It's pretty hard for top pair, top kicker to be ahead when you get check raised twice. Yeah. And ZSC Funeral, there is a South Park Twitch episode. It was like the very last one in December. It was so funny. It was so funny and so good. Definitely recommend it. Willie Oman Poker says it's like 3-1. Call. I'm not gonna call. I just don't see it. I think, yeah, pot odds. You know, a lot of people think that pot odds means that pot odds is basically the amount of pot you have to smoke to convince yourself that the call is right. 3-1. We're not 25% to win there. We might be looking at having maybe we have 2 outs, maybe we have 3 outs, or maybe we have 5 outs. We're behind. And if we have, if he has the kind of hand that I think he has, we could be drawing stone cold dead there. So screw it. Give us 10 out, 10-1, 20-1. If he's outplaying us, if he decided, you know what, I'm just gonna outplay Dutch this one hand. I'm gonna check raise him, and then I'm gonna check raise him again, and I'm gonna get him to fold the hand. Okay, fine. You know what? You got us to lay down the best of it, and you deserve it. That's okay. It's okay to fold hands. It's okay to let people get away with bluffs sometime. I mean, shoot, we get away with bluffs all the time. All the time we're bluffing. So you know, let them. It's okay. You know, share some of the share some of the chips here. You don't have to, you know, take every stand that you see. And in the end, you're looking at ace queen on a queen 10. You know, what was it? Queen 10 9 7 board. It's just a pair. It's just a pair. It's okay to let it go. So yeah, Obamacare hair plugs, right? That's funny. So let's go ahead and make the raise here. We're going to go ahead and give Crow's Egg Grind the bony fish for making that open limp under the gun. It is Scorpion. It is. So we'll go ahead and fire out half pot. And here fish 9-1 might go ahead and keep on coming with us. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Does he float? Does he make a call here with 9-10 suited? Does he make a call here with ace-10 off suit? Maybe. I gotta say, JD, I don't hate being bald either. I kind of like being bald. I feel like, you know, I think it's like earning your age. It's like earning your age. I remember seeing a video where a guy, where a guy shaved his kid's head to make him look like he was bald because he was like, he went to school and like acted like a man or whatever. He's like, you want to act like a man, then you're gonna look like a man. It was pretty funny, and yeah, I don't hate it at all. Anytime someone comes over and thinks that they're like insulting me by saying I'm bald, I'm like, thank you, man. Okay, that's a pretty good flop for Ace Jack of Diamonds. Crow's Egg Grind, pretty good flop. I wouldn't believe me either. I wouldn't believe me either. Go for the check raise, of course. Another 2. Well, I guess we're just going to go ahead and take the free card here. And now it's shit. So do we think that Crow's Egg Grind could possibly just be bluffing with overcards? Of course he could. Of course he could, but I don't really care. I don't really care. If he wants to fire it out, yeah, overcards. Where's the diamond when we need it? I'm gonna tell you something, guys, too, okay? Don't show your hand in that spot. Don't show your hand. There's nothing good that comes from Crow's Egg Grind showing the hand. All he does is gives us an idea of what he's capable of as a player. He's just giving us information that we didn't pay for. So I mean, if he wants us to, if he's going to try to meta game, level us, you go right ahead. We're writing the note. We're saying how the hand went down. I actually hate the way he played it because he really should have check raised the flop. With his overcards and his flush draw, he can really get us off of a lot of better hands. So go ahead and fire out 500. Fire out again, 500. What's up, Chinch Dog? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. A 6 off suit against 3 players. Well, can we get him off of it? We'll go ahead and just be done with the hand here. This is not the spot we're looking for. We might have been able to just take it with a C bet on the flop, but I don't really I definitely don't advise C betting against 3 opponents. It's you're basically parlaying there. So, is every hand revealed good for someone trying to beat 2 no limit? Fairly new to the game. No, Diamond SC. Every hand revealed is just good for. It's mainly a tournament analysis, hand by hand, that Gus Hansen did during his Aussie Millions win. It definitely is not going to help you beat a cash game. If anything, it could hurt you because you could easily get fancy play syndrome. There's much better there's much better books that you can read if you're trying to beat low limit hold'em. Lou Krieger, Lee Jones. There's a lot of good book lists out there. I'm going to put up a book list, and I would say no, but it's a good read. It's a good read, and you get into the head of a world-class tournament player, a world-class poker player for that matter. Yeah.
Smile, Dutchie.
Okay.
Hey,
I'll try to do some more smiling.
We're gonna take over the poker world for me.
We're gonna take over the poker world. Yes, we're gonna take over the poker world.
Someone was asking for you to say it, and I had told him that if someone subs, there's a gift or gift of you, and that.
Listen to this. Listen to this guy just showing his bluff, just showing it.
Oh, bum bum. That's the soundbite you need. The Price is Right one. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Is that Price is Right?
I don't know why he didn't check raise on the flop. If he did check raise on the flop, he's going home. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a donk. He's been open limping. He's been over betting. He shows hands. All of these things lead to that bony fish.
Maybe that's
so.
Maybe he's watching your stream and he's like Is he being overly aggressive?
No, he's not.
Oh well, he's a bad player.
Well, yeah. Even the way he played it, he's got overcards and a flush draw. He's supposed to feel pretty good about the hand. If I was in his spot, pretty much I'm always check raising. So I don't know.
Maybe we should do a C-bet emote.
Yeah, I don't hate the bluff, Ace Johnson. I don't hate it. What I don't like about it is I don't like showing it. I think that was a horrible show. Okay, so we go ahead and check raise here. Crow's egg grind, firing out. How much does he fire out? He doesn't even fire out. Didn't even fire out. Sure. We'll go ahead and fire out half pot. If he's got an ace, that's what we kind of think that he has. I think that he probably has some sort of like ace 7, ace 5. Let's go ahead and fire out. Again, we'll value bet that jack 5. Maybe we get a call with like the ace jack, ace queen, ace king. $609. But no, 609, I mean, Every Hand Revealed was a cool book. I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was a really cool, I thought it was a really cool book. I remember that year that he was writing it, every single time he would play a tournament, he'd get up and he'd step aside, say something in Danish. Diego, Nice move. Fear the flush. Gets the bony fish. And we got the king 7 offsuit on the button. If everyone folds, we're making the raise. What is our standard raise here? 2.5x. So 600. 600. I'm okay with that. Everyone fold, we'll make it 600. If we get a couple of open limps, we'll make it 600 plus the open limp. I mean, okay, guys, I liked every hand revealed. I thought that it was really interesting. I feel like it was helpful understanding what's going on in Gus Hansen's head as he's taking down a major tournament. It's not really something that I feel you can say, yeah, it's going to really improve your game, but it lets you understand what other people are thinking, and that's going to improve your game. It doesn't even matter if you agree with the moves he made. Just knowing that people are out there who's making those types of plays and playing the way he plays. I felt like it's worthwhile. It's definitely a worthwhile read. But as a new player, I don't think I would say these are the first 10 books you should read. I wouldn't put it on the first 10 list. Flick my nuts. If you're passing through, you're going to be able to play in Vegas. Interesting, Diego. I think they would go ahead and raise this. 2.5x his min raise. We've got Herefish just flatting it, which is just so weird. So we made it 1200. We're going to go ahead and make it 1200 again if we get checked too. If he wants to check raise us again, he's more than welcome. Okay, thoughts on Killer Poker Online by John Vorhaus. I like John Vorhaus. I don't think that I don't think John would even claim to be like a top tier poker player, but he's a good writer. I feel like he writes in a clear way. So, I mean, I think that there's better books out there, but I also think that it's a worthwhile read. Stuff like Decide to Play Great Poker with like Annie Duke and John Vorhaus. I really like John Vorhaus, but he's not. He's definitely a writer before he's a poker player. He would agree with that. He wrote a couple of. I remember he wrote a couple books. How to Be Funny Even When You're Not. Okay, let's go ahead and set mine against you here, Fish. I'm pretty sure that if we hit the 4, we are taking your whole stack. So let's do it right here. It's kind of an interesting flop, actually. That gives us probably more outs. Wow. And he just donk leads into us. Just goes with the donk lead. Let's go ahead and just make a call. I mean, that's such a small bet in comparison to the pot. Now he fires out 2x. 2 times the pot. Nice hand there, Fish.
Too many waffles in the chat room. I'm gonna make some.
I think it's a great idea.
Oh, now you want a waffle?
I do. I want a waffle after. Yes, I do.
Oh.
I do. Okay, so here Fish is. Are we giving him the bony fish already just for that? I mean, that was a pretty bad line, honestly, you guys. No. He doesn't get the fish just yet. We'll watch him. I don't like the way he's been playing. He's been making a lot of like overcalls. He's been making weird plays. I mean, that was a weird play. Shoving 2 times the pot into a 9-8-8. What was it? 6 3 clubs board. Because what did he have? Well, He had an overpair, or he had overcards with a club. Whatever happens... Oh, really? Diego is Sam Grizzle? That's pretty interesting. That wouldn't surprise me. Sam Grizzle, the legend. I wonder if that's true, Bastar. Okay, Chinch Dog, let me read this. Thank you. 1-2 no limit cash game tonight. I have 2 black aces and raised 3 times. Okay, that's good. 3x. 4 callers. Flop is queen 5-2 rainbow. I bet half the pot and get a call. A cold and a raise to 75. Okay. Sounds like this is wow. So on the turn, it sounds rough, Chinch Dog. It's like you put him on the you put him on a specific hand that you're beating, and so you make the call, and then on the turn, he sucks out with the hand that you put him on. I guess, how much more to call? And there it is. Bony fish, you finally get it, buddy. You finally did it. You finally did it. Thank you for that free flop. Tao of Poker, I liked it. I liked it, Papa Grizz. I thought it was a pretty decent read as well. What did we get you to call there with here, Fish? Oh, he had 7-5. 7-5 offsuit. Decided to slow play it. Got sucked out on, and so he open limped with 7-5 offsuit. Well, we won't make the mistake here, Fish, of not punishing you for those open limps from here on out. Starting with this hand right here. Go ahead and open limp there, Sam Grizzle, if that's really you. We're going to go ahead and put the squeeze on. 7, 8, 9, 10. With the old Jack 4 offsuit. So now we're probably going to get Diego in there too with the 1400. Not too worried about it. This is probably one of those spots where we will go ahead and fire out half pot. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel like Diego is probably 3, 4, 5, 6. What do we got going here? What's the next tournament? What is the next tournament here? So 7,000, 20, 27,000. Kind of got stuck into this hand. We've got 8 outs, 16%. Maybe 11 outs, 22%. Got a $10 late reg. We've got 7,000. It's like one of those things that we were just saying. Don't look down at your stack and feel like you're short stacked when you're not. We're not short stacked, so we can go ahead and make the fold. We've got plenty of chips to keep on moving. If Diego decided to make that weird float against us and then pushed us off of pushed us off of a hand with worse. I mean, you can't really have worse than jack high there. It's very frustrating. Lucky 28 goes ahead and gets the bony fish for the open limp. Brendan Fonts, what's up with the tourney? Well, we took a little step back on that hand. We were doing pretty well, and then we just lost half of our stack to Diego. Someone says Diego was Sam Grizzle, so who knows what he's got. I do know that he limped pre-flop after Herefish open limped. It's okay to limp behind somebody. We don't fault the guy for doing that. We tried to bet the pot in the small blind, got Herefish 91 to go ahead and call with whatever bullshit hand he open limped with, which induced an overcall by Diego, came 8 high. We decided a continuation bet, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Greg. I think that was kind of a sad story. I've heard it, and I think it's kind of a sad story, honestly. So Chinchdog, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I would say there's really not a lot of hands you're beating on the turn, and most of the time you're looking at a 2-outer, 4%. So it's very hard to lay down aces, very hard. But that might be one of those spots where you do it. Then again, every time I lay aces down there, I get the guy laughing and turning over just a stone cold bluff. Queen 4 suited. Go ahead and make a bet into Herefish 91 if everyone plays ball. Wow, look at these guys. Look at these guys with the open limps, open limping. Wow.
Do you want some more coffee?
Yeah, I would like some more coffee. It's not really going good for us. Not going good for us tonight, you guys. Our second tournament, our first one, we got it in with that top pair against the flush draw, missed. This one has been, feels like an uphill battle tonight. It feels like an uphill battle. The fish are piranhas tonight. So, Greg Noble, I think that you might have a drinking problem. I just got to say it. Every single time we've ever seen you on the chat, you're drinking, you're drunk. Go home, Greg, you're drunk. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us, all of you viewers out there. If you aren't yet following the stream, go ahead and click on that follow button. We definitely very much appreciate it. And thank you, Check Shove Poker. Thank you, Trestle, for the hosts. I very much appreciate it. Go ahead and make it the 200 or 2.5x 700. It's kind of weird because the next in 5 minutes it goes up to 153. And we're going to be making it the same amount at that point. We're going to be making it, we're going to be tapering off to eventually get to our 2x amount. Go ahead here, fish. Go ahead and just splooge all over it. Overship it. 14,994. I would expect nothing less. Okay, to Lucky Ducky, we will make the call. We don't love it. Are we really calling here? I mean, he went to the number pad, so yeah, let's go ahead and give it a call. Yeah, pretty much a perfect flop for pocket sixes, so we're going to go ahead and come along. Done. take a free card. Why not? Wonder if we even have an out. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Waffles. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Man, I think something tells me that if a 6 does come there, we're still screwed. I think that we're drawing stone cold dead on that flop, and Lucky Ducky is just looking at like no idea what to do. He's like, "Oh no, I crushed it too bad. I guess I'll check and hope that he catches up. Come on, let him have the 4. I'll check again, let him catch up. Okay, now I'll try to get half the pot out of him. Nope, not today. Not today, Lucky Ducky." Well, Greg, I can see 3 minutes into your future, because that is our delay. So I know what's going to happen in front of your screen 3 minutes from now. I'm gonna try to go ahead and move this mic. Sorry for blasting you guys with the waffles. Yeah, Chinch Dog, it's weird, right? Because it's like one of those spots where when you make the fold and he just, slides his cards into the muck, the mind craves certainty, man. The mind craves certainty. And it is. That's the kind of fold that is going to keep you up at night, for sure. I don't really like where we are here, guys. We are 32 out of 35. Pays 8. It's just really frustrating. All of our moves just seem to be falling apart. Just one of those nights. Maybe they're just outplaying the hell out of us. Maybe these guys are just like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna open limp all the time against Dutch, and we're just going to let him hang himself with his bets, and then we're going to check raise him twice and get him to fold monsters. We're going to fire out pot-sized bets when we miss our second flush draw against his nut flush draw, and get him to fold his ace highs. It's very frustrating, you guys. Very frustrating. Holy Duck says, seems like 3-betting light against calling stations is a losing play. Why 3-bet with Jack 4 offsuit after 3 limpers? Well, Holy Duck, it's because we're seeing our spots. We're not waiting for cards, we're waiting for spots, and that looked like a spot. We know that here Fish 91 is open limping very light. We saw him have that 7-5 offsuit. So we go ahead and we don't need to. We're not trying to see showdowns. We're not looking at we're not waiting for hands. We're waiting for the kind of spots where we can get them to fold better. So we'll take the pre-flop aggression from him. Maybe we actually just pick it up. You know what, guys? Let's just go for it here. We've got at least 12 outs. We might actually get him to fold. If he's got like an ace-10 offsuit without the diamond, he folds. If he has something that he's going to call with, then we're just going to have to catch up. And we are able to increase our stack pretty effectively there. What do we get? An increase of like 40%. Okay, we'll just go ahead and give it a fold against Diego. Got Goscorp doing what we were thinking about doing. So we got Diego making it the min bet there at 153. I feel like it's still a little bit too early to be making just straight min raises pre-flop. I would kind of like to see Diego make it more than 600, 700, 750, 800, 900 somewhere. I just think it's too early to be raising as little as he did. What do we think here? We've got the Lucky again making that min raise. We'll go ahead and make a call here. Play a pot in position with the old ace-7 suited. See what happens. We nail the ace. Do we love it? Not really. Not really, but it's good. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good pot for us. We make a little call. If Crozet Grind is also in there, then we've got some trouble. But we're not too worried about the Lucky Ducky. That might chill our action a little bit if he has a better ace, then he has a better ace. He probably has some sort of outs here, so let's just get it in there. If he's got us beat, wow, wow, nice hand there, the Lucky Ducky. Okay, guys, we are going to see if there's anything else to fire up. That might be it. That might be it for us. Everything feels wrong today. What do we got? We got a deep stack. Okay, we'll play that. Jeez, do we even want to play this? It's 10:43 p.m. You know what, guys? We're calling it. We're calling it a day. I just feel like everything's going wrong today. Everything's going wrong today. We're out. Yeah, Michelle, this is it. We're done.
Really?
Yeah, we're done. I mean, there's nothing really good to play. There's a, yeah. Thank you guys so much.
I made you wobble because I expect you to play.
Well, I'm not playing anymore. I'm done for the day. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I really appreciate you guys joining us. And we're going to be back tomorrow at 6:30. Hopefully we'll be doing a little bit better.
It's awesome. Cap just spoiled it, and it's funny.
What did you do?
You just said that.
Yeah.
Came on in class.
Thanks for the spoil, Caps. Okay, Jesse Caps in the house, coming in and just spoiling everything. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep on streaming every single day until the World Series of Poker. Tomorrow, we're gonna probably do the same kind of let's play a poker tournament that we did tonight. Hopefully, it'll go a little bit better. We started the week pretty good. Tonight, not so good. 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 2. 0%. Our in the money percentage for tonight is 0%, so it can't go worse. Can't go worse. I don't really feel like playing anything else. I'm looking at, there's a $5 tournament. There's a we can wait around, and we can. There's a $10 turbo, and it's done for the night. We started off with tech problems. We kept on just getting screwed. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching the stream and you haven't clicked on that follow button, please click the follow button. Subscribers, all of our new subscribers, welcome, and thank you so much for supporting the stream. All of our old subscribers, we love you so much. Thank you so much for helping us be able to continue to do this. And you guys, anything that I can do for you, please email me, dutch@dutchboyd.com. Click on the follow us on Twitter @DutchBoyd, @1ST at first for XMOI. And thank you guys so much. We will be back tomorrow for more poker punishment. Don't forget to join us on Saturday. We're doing the poker clinic. Monday we're doing an HPT viewing party, and Thursday, you guys, we are doing an HPT viewing party with Rob Perlman. V-Rob, who won the HPT Red Rock. He's going to be on. He's going to let us have a little bit of his thought time. He's going to tell us what he was thinking as he navigated all the way through the final table. So be sure to join us for that. Thank you guys so much. We will be back tomorrow. And that's going to be it for us.